Good.
Okay, we're going live now.
Hey, you bet. Anytime.
Okay, we're
We're streaming.
Good. All right, we're in Rogers at Whitey Smith Stadium, where tonight the Fayetteville Purple Dogs will take on the Rogers Mounties. It's homecoming in Rogers tonight. The Mounties with a 1-2 overall record, 0-1 in the 7A West. The Fayetteville Purple Dogs come into tonight's game with a 3-1 record, and they are also winless in 7A West play, losing last week at losing to Bentonville West at Harmon Field in Fayetteville. Blair Cartwright here with me, and Blair, another night where Fayetteville's going to have to do something with its backups. Hank Gibbs will get the start again for the Purple Dogs tonight at quarterback, as Darius Bowers is out with his for the second game with a knee injury. What do you expect to see tonight?
I think it'll be interesting to see how much progress Mr. Gibbs has made over the course of a week. I talked to Coach Dawson on Wednesday, and he said practice was really going well. They were working on some things. They do want to cut down obviously cut down turnovers. Everybody does. Cut down on penalties. But he felt practice was going real well. They know Gibbs is going to be the one to play tonight, so he, of course, got all the reps. And he got more confidence as the game went on last week and was getting more confidence this week. So it'll be interesting to see how much confidence he comes into tonight with.
Rogers is coming off a 30-20 loss to Van Buren High School here last week in their 7A West opener. Yeah, in that game, kind of a back-and-forth game. Rogers got behind 16-0, scored 20 straight points to go up 20-16, and then Van Buren scored the final two touchdowns to pull away in the fourth quarter. Don't really know what to expect a lot from Rogers. I mean, they seem kind of like an unknown team.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was talking with Coach Austin about on Wednesday on our little Talking Prep segment that's on the app and website you can catch every week. A little shameless plug there. But he talked about how in the game against Robinson, they ran the ball primarily. That's all. That was the focus of their offense, was to run the ball. And then the last two games, Parkview and Van Buren, they were passing the ball more. In fact, they attempted over 50 passes, I believe he said, in the Van Buren game. So it's like they went a total 180 with the offense. So he's like, I don't really know what to expect tonight. So we're all kind of in the same boat. Not sure what kind of attack Rogers will have tonight. I would think that they would continue passing since they've done it the last two, but you just never know.
It is a much different Rogers team than in years past, much more of a passing attack now than that option attack they ran for so many years under Sean Flanagan. We'll talk about Sean Flanagan and his boys being back here tonight in a minute. Last week, Hunter Lloyd threw for 272 yards and a touchdown. He was also intercepted twice in that game against Van Buren. The guy to watch tonight, though, I think for Rogers' offense, is Mason Ross. He had 12 catches for 136 yards last week, and we've seen some receivers have a little bit of success against Fayetteville's secondary this season, so that might be a pretty good test for this team tonight.
Indeed, and not giving up the big pass play is one of the emphases for the defense this week, and especially tonight, and that's one area that Fayetteville has been
susceptible.
Yeah, I can't thank you. And we saw that against Owasso. We saw that last week, giving up the big ball, because that can swing the momentum so hard in a ball game. So that's one of the things to watch. And Lloyd, the quarterback, the name is familiar because that is the coach's son. So you know he's going to play well. He's been coached up by Dad.
Yep.
So, and he's a big kid too, 6'4". So he's a load. He's a player.
Just 117 rushing yards, though, last week for Rogers. Going back to what you were saying, this is a team that really likes to throw the ball a lot. For Fayetteville, hey, Darius Bowers was out last week, but Hank Gibbs came in. He threw the ball, I think, close to 40 times in that game. And, it was a time where when you have a backup quarterback coming in, especially with the weather as it was last Friday night, you thought they would run the ball a lot. We just didn't see that a lot.
No, and they had some changes in the running game. But we saw Gibbs play with more confidence again as the evening won. The weather's great tonight.
Yeah,
so,
beautiful.
I mean, it couldn't have been worse weather-wise for a first-time starter last week.
Right.
And I think we will see more of the true Hank Gibbs tonight with that absolutely gorgeous evening in the Ozarks tonight.
It's a beautiful night in Rogers. Fayetteville and Rogers High School. About 5 minutes from kickoff, we'll take a break, come back and talk a little bit more about the starting lineups and the keys to victory. This is Fayetteville High School football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm,
and we're back at Whitey Smith Stadium in Rogers. The Purple Dogs and the Mounties are just a little over 3 minutes away from kickoff. I see the Fayetteville players are gathered down in the south end zone as the teams have just done the opening coin toss. We don't have a crowd mic tonight, so
it does sound silent.
It does sound silent. Fayetteville won the toss. They've deferred to the second half, and so they'll kick off to start the game. Rogers will receive it, going from our left to right. That means that Rogers will be going toward the south end zone. Here tonight, there's a little bit of a wind. The wind is out of the north, so blowing south. So that means Fayetteville will have the wind to its back in the second and fourth quarter. Maybe that's something to watch if the game ends up being close. Purple Dogs are, like we said, over in the south end zone, the southeast end zone of the stadium. Tonight they're wearing their white jerseys, gray pants, purple helmets, purple numbers on the jerseys. The Rogers players have just gone back into their field house over here on the north end of the stadium, and they're wearing their blue jerseys tonight, white helmets, and white pants. As we said, it's homecoming tonight, so we got a lot of girls dressed in their best gowns. You hear the horn sounding over here on our north side. Now Rogers is running out onto the field.
Train whistle.
Yeah. They had a big train on the garage door that opened up, and now they're running through a big banner, old school style.
Yes.
You don't see teams do that a whole lot anymore.
No. 71 degrees, looking at the weather. Sunset in about 9 minutes. Humidity 72%. Feels a little bit sticky, but other than that, it is absolutely gorgeous night for football. 4 mile-an-hour winds, so that wind's not going to be too much of a factor. It is just an absolutely perfect September evening.
It's one of those nights. As I look down here we're on the Rogers side of the field. I see people in shorts and T-shirts, and I see people in long sleeve shirts and jeans.
Yeah,
and jackets.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, yeah. So as we said, Fayetteville is going to kick the ball off tonight. Rogers will receive. Rogers changed up their helmets, Blair. They've got numbers on their helmets now.
Ballpark Franks got their start in
the Alabama style.
Yeah.
They don't have the big R or the big
Mountie logo.
On the the Mountie is not on there. Is not on there anymore.
Wow, that is a totally new look. I don't know that I've ever seen a Rogers team without the Mountie logo on its helmet.
That's one of the best, maybe the best logo in the state.
Oh, no question. It's so unique.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other Mountie.
If you don't know what we're talking about, the Mountie's got the beard, he's got the hat, the stove.
The pipe.
Yeah, the pipe coming out of his mouth, the smoke coming up from the pipe. It's just a great logo, and for whatever reason, Rogers has taken that off their helmets this year.
One thing that was cool on the way to the stadium is we pulled in off of Pleasant Grove Road. You saw all the signs for the Mounties. Go Mount, and that's just cool. That's the great thing about high school football and all the spirit. And you don't see that much anymore, and it was just really cool to see.
Standing back deep for Rogers are number 5 Logan Watkins and number 6 Mason Ross. Huxley Richardson, number 38 for Fayetteville. He's going to kick the ball off for the Purple Dogs. Rogers already on the field. Fayetteville players beginning to take their position. Not a lot of people here tonight. The home side, I'd say the student section's maybe 60% full. Probably about the same for the rest of the bleachers across the way. Not a lot of people made it the trip over here from Fayetteville. I'd say maybe a couple of hundred people in purple over on the other side of the stadium.
Must be enjoying bikes, blues, and barbecue. They're all at the Skinner concert tonight at the Amp.
Huxley Richardson approaches the ball. Now he stops. This is where he's done this sky kick throughout the season. He does it to the left. And it's going to be fielded on the hop at the 19. He barely gets there before the Fayetteville defenders. Gets out to the 30-yard line. On the return that time for the Mounties was Logan Watkins. 12 on the return, and Rogers will begin its own 30-yard line. Fayetteville defense had some lapses last week against Bentonville West. Really was put into some no-win situations, too, with some of the turnovers. We'll see if they can do better tonight against the Mounties.
This is just the fourth game for the Mounties. They had a postponement and then a bye week.
Hunter Lloyd on first down gives to the right side, and a good run out to the 35-yard line that time for the Mounties was Sammy Zemeron. And it's 2nd and 5. Rogers offensively, Blair, just looks a little bit smaller than Fayetteville defensively.
Yes, they do. There's a noticeable size difference.
2nd and 5 from the 35. Lloyd is going to give it up the middle, and this is going to be near a first down, and I think he got it on second effort. That was Zamoron again, out near the 40-yard line. Quade Moser on the tackle for the Purple Dogs.
Yep, they'll give it to him.
And they do move the chains. The nose of the football is across the 40-yard line. 5 more on that run for Zamoron, and a first down for the Mounties. See Brooks Flanagan over here tying his shoe. Brooks' father, Sean Flanagan, the former coach here at Rogers High School. More on that in just a minute. On first down, Lloyd looks right, throws, pass caught, and Brooks Flanagan makes the tackle out at the 43-yard line. On the reception that time for the Mounties was Mason Ross,
nice
junior wide receiver. Very good-looking tackle. And Brooks looks like he's having some trouble with his shoe, down tying it again for the second consecutive play.
Yeah, that's twice he's had to do that. But a great job, no yards after catch on that one. As soon as he caught the ball, he was down on the turf.
They gave him forward progress out to the 44, so that's a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 for the Mounties. Just underway here in Rogers. On second down, Zamoron gets the carry, goes up the middle. There's just not much there. The good push there from the Fayetteville front. See Coleman Johnson getting up off the pile. Fayetteville actually came out of there with the football, but they're going to say the runner was down before he fumbled it. 2 yards to the 46, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, the Rogers offense is doing a pretty good job. I mean, they're not getting anything big, but they are moving the sticks a little bit. So it's time for the Bulldog defensive line to kind of shut this down.
Blair, I almost feel like we're calling this from a remote location.
Yeah, we really are at the game.
Just no crowd noise at all tonight.
Yeah. We are at the game.
3rd down, shotgun formation, 2 receivers left side. Lloyd takes the snap, looks left, passes incomplete, almost intercepted. Fayetteville defensive back underran the pass. That was Luke Mummy, Sebastian Rodriguez, number 11. And had he caught it, that would have been a pick 6. He got his hand on the ball at the 45, and there was nobody between him and the end zone.
And you can hear the Fayetteville coaches in the booth next to us. That was just an absolutely outstanding play defensively by Rodriguez.
Good to see Sebastian Rodriguez playing tonight after that big hit.
Yeah. Vicious hit.
That he took late in the game against Bentonville West last week. Standing back deep for Fayetteville on 4th down, Bo Stuckey and Connor Flanagan. The kick is kind of a low one, takes a bounce, going to be fielded off the hop by Stuckey at the 15. Stuckey running right, broke a couple of tackles, but he's not going to be able to get away from the second wave of defenders. Got out to the 16 on the return, and so that's where Fayetteville will start 1st and 10, 9:34 to play first quarter.
So good start for the defense. Only gave up the 1 first down. Now the offense takes the field for the first time and get those chains moving.
Carson Jordan is the tailback standing to the right of Hank Gibbs on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, Fayetteville. 2 receivers to the left side of Gibbs. That's the open side of the field. Now they'll bring a man in motion. That's Flanagan. Throws left on 1st down. Charbonneau's got it at the 20. Tries to break a tackle, and he cannot. But he does get good positive movement on 1st down, about 7 yards out to the 23, 2nd and 3.
Really surprised that they played that far off Luke.
Yeah.
They gave him a lot of space. They better be careful doing against these Bulldog receivers. They'll make them pay for that.
Yeah, those Rogers defensive backs are all about 6-7 yards off the Purple Dog receivers. On 2nd down, Gibbs throws right side pass caught by Stuckey, breaks a tackle at the 30, and he fumbled the football. He fumbled it, and I think Rogers came away with it at the 34-yard line. They did. Stuckey he broke a tackle at first, and on second effort, he lost the football when he was hit. On the fumble recovery that time for the Mounties was Tim Howard. And now Rogers has great field position at the Fayetteville 34 with 8:49 to play first quarter.
Man, I thought Bo had it set. He got rocked right as he caught the pass across the middle of the field and held on to it, but then a second hit's what jarred that ball loose.
So the Mounties got one first down on their first possession, but now they've got great field position. 3 receivers left side being blitzed on first down. Lloyd just has to throw it away. Turns around, and his receiver could not come up with it. His receiver was being defended really well, I thought, by Brooks Flanagan. Mason Ross turned around. He had the ball in his arms, Blair, but he just caught it, or he dropped it at the 20-yard line. Second and 10 for the Mounties at the Fayetteville 34.
Fortunate break there for Fayetteville, because that would have been a big-time first down if he'd hung on to it.
2 backs are flaking Lloyd on either side. It's a direct snap to Zimmerman at the 30. Makes a man miss at the 25 and gets down to the 20. Good job recovering that time by Sebastian Rodriguez. It looked like he had missed the tackle, but he was able to recover and get Zimmerman by the ankles, but not before a 14-yard gain that has Rogers in the red zone.
Wow, that was quite a play design there.
Yeah.
That, I think, surprised everybody that wasn't in blue. They had a lot of movement in the backfield, direct snap, and he went right up the middle.
Yeah, they're in the same formation here on 1st and 10 from the Fayetteville 20. 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left to the open side of the field. Lloyd takes the snap, goes play action, being pressured, and now he's going to be taken down in the backfield on the sack that time for the Purple Dogs. First one to get there was Tyler Barnes, also in on the sack that time for Fayetteville was Darby Fields. It's going to be a loss of 8 yards back to the 28, and it's second and long here for the Mounties. 2nd and 18. They have to get to the Fayetteville 10 to move the chains.
What a great play there by the Purple Dogs, Barnes and Fields, and Lloyd never saw them coming, surprisingly.
7:43 to play first quarter. Scoreless in Rogers. 3 receivers left side on second down. It's a give right up the middle, nothing there. Good pursuit that time by the Fayetteville front. See Keandre Conley getting up out of the pile. Also on the tackle that time was Karsten Johnson. No gain to the 28, and it's 3rd and 18 for the Mounties.
The defense has come to play tonight, Matt. No question about it.
Rogers on 3rd and 18 comes out in a shotgun formation. They have a tight end to the right side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, being pressured. Now Lloyd just throws it away and out of bounds. It's not going to be grounding because he was outside of the tackles. Clock will stop with 7:01 to play in the quarter, and it's 4th and long for Rogers. And it looks like they might be trying a field goal here, which would be about a 45-yard attempt.
I don't think Coach Lloyd's real happy with his son right now. He was chewing him a little bit as he came off, but they do have a chance now to take the lead with a field goal.
Johnny Vasquez is the field goal kicker for the Mounties. The ball will be on the right hash mark. Chris Francisco will hold. Ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is off the crossbar. No good. That was a 45-yard field goal attempt, and Blair, it went 44.5 yards. Goes off the crossbar, and Fayetteville is unscathed after that turnover deep in its own territory.
And he had the wind, what little wind there is behind it, in just a matter of inches. Well, we know what his range is now.
Yeah, Marquez Douglas was coming off the edge there for Fayetteville, may have caused him to rush the kick just a little bit. Douglas came very close to getting a block for the Purple Dogs. 1st and 10 Fayetteville. From their own 20-yard line, 3 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Gibbs takes the snap, sets up the screen. This is Charbonneau, breaks the first tackle, but he can't break the second and third. Got back out to the line of scrimmage at the 20. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Neither offense really able to get going in their opening drive.
Fayetteville quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers left. A running back also set up to that side. But Gibbs is going to throw right. Pass is caught out at the 27-yard line. That was Bo Stuckey on the reception. Give him 7, and it's 3rd and 3, 6:19 to play first quarter. Fayetteville looking for a first down in a scoreless game.
That's the second straight hit Bo has taken hard when he got the ball. No yards after catch on that one.
Fayetteville has 4 receivers to the left. Gibbs takes the snap, looks right, pass caught, Stuckey at the 34, out of bounds, up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 8 yards on 3rd and 3, and the Purple Dogs move the chains.
Totally going with Stuckey that time. He was the lone receiver on the right side, 3 on the left.
Yeah.
Bo ran a great route, got open, and picked up the first down.
Still a no-back set for the Purple Dogs, as Gibbs is in the shotgun formation. Now he looks toward the sideline, almost as if he's changing the play. 3 to the right, 2 to the left, off the right hash mark. They bring a man in motion. Play action. Gibbs looking deep down the field in Rogers' territory. That pass is caught at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Bo Stuckey, 64 yards on a go route, and the Purple Dogs are on the board first here in Rogers.
Boy, that was just a beautiful play. Bo ran just straight down the sideline, and Gibbs just had plenty of time and just put it right where only his receiver could get it, and he made his way to the end zone. Very nicely done.
Seen Bo Stuckey and Connor Flanagan have some long touchdown catches this year. Add another one there, 64 yards. And Stuckey was never touched on the play. Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point for the Purple Dogs. We've got some movement, and I think there's going to be an offsides against Rogers. There's a flag down. It is offsides against the Mounties. And so Billy Dawson's about 5 steps out onto the field, says he wants to decline it. They'll give Richardson just a little bit better of an angle to kick this extra point.
Stuckey already with 91 receiving yards.
Ball is down, the kick is on the way, and it is good. And so with 5:50 to play first quarter, our score, Fayetteville 7, Rogers nothing. This is Purple Dog football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Hermond or on MLK at Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs.
5:50 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 7-0. Huxley Richardson kicks it along the ground. It's going to be fielded at the 22, back across the 25, and he's going to be tackled across the 35-yard line to the 37 on the return that time. For the Mounties was Will Sims. Pretty good return on the squib kick. They mark him down actually at the 36, so that's where the Mounties will begin. 1st and 10, Fayetteville on the board first after a 64-yard touchdown pass from Hank Gibbs to Bo Stuckey.
4 plays, 72 yards, the total of that drive. So the Bulldogs for the night have 90 yards passing, no yards rushing.
Rogers comes out in the pistol formation on first down, being pressured, and he just has to throw the ball away. Lloyd was about to get hit by 2 separate Fayetteville defenders. They brought the blitz from both sides. They're trying to set up a screen, it looked like, to the running back, and he had no time to get it out to him, just threw it about 3 yards in front of his feet.
Meadows, one of those, in quickly to disrupt the quarterback. One thing I've noticed about Lloyd, he does not stay in the pocket very long. He moves very quickly once he feels pressure.
2nd and 10, Rogers from its own 36. Lloyd throws right side, and that pass is dropped. Ross was the intended receiver for the Mounties that time. That's his second drop in 2 drives. And really quickly, Rogers finds itself in a 3rd and 10.
Boy, that's Not much you can do about that if you're the quarterback. You hit him right in the hands.
So on 3rd and 10, they've got 2 receivers to either side. Lloyd takes the snap off the right hash mark, looking to try to set up a screen, and now he's just going to throw it away out of bounds, and that pass is incomplete. Rogers, 3 plays, 3 incompletions, and the Mounties are going to be forced to punt the ball away here after what was really just a bad-looking drive.
Yeah, that was great coverage there by Fayetteville. They just did not allow anybody open, clogged up the middle, and Lloyd just quickly bailed out and threw it away.
They had a screen set up from either side, Blair, and it looked like they might have had an illegal lineman downfield for as long as it took that play to develop. So on to punt the ball away for the Mounties. That looks like that's Logan Watkins. He gets it off just in front of a Fayetteville defender. It's taken on a hop by Stuckey at the 28. Stuckey running back right side, gets 2 great blocks across the 40, the 45, and he runs out of bounds. A flag comes in at the end at the 46-yard line of Fayetteville. There's also another flag back at the 36, Blair, and I think that one might be a block in the back. Fayetteville had simultaneous blocks right as Stuckey was starting his run to the right, and it looks like there's 3 flags on the field. There are 3 separate flags on the field. There's one at the 46, one at the 36, and one at the 32-yard line. I don't know what that call was. It was a personal foul against Fayetteville, but I couldn't see what the personal foul was for.
Yeah, he did kind of a spin move with his hands. I've never seen that one.
There's still a flag sitting on the field back at the 36-yard line. I don't know if they're going to pick that one up before this next play. After they mark off the penalty yardage, Fayetteville's going to start all the way back at the 21. So whatever the flag at the 36 was, that's the one that Fayetteville was called for the foul. And so they start 1st and 10 from their 21-yard line. 5:19 to play first quarter. Gibbs brings a receiver in motion, throws right on first down. Pass is caught across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Guess who? Bo Stuckey again. Pick up a 13 on first down, and he's having a great first quarter.
Bo has been the man so far. He's definitely the go-to target for Gibbs.
That catch put Stuckey over 100 yards already. From the 34, 1st and 10, Gibbs. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Tight end also in on the left side. Good blitz pickup, but the pass is incomplete. The Mounties brought a blitz, but the Purple Dogs picked it up pretty well, and that kept Gibbs from getting drilled there on first down. On the blitz pickup that time was Montel Terry, the running back.
They've stayed in this formation with 3 on the left side the entire time, which is the wide side of the field.
The wide side of the field, now they'll move Flanagan in motion back to the right side. On 2nd and 10, Gibbs, short drop, looking right. Throws again downfield for Stuckey, and that time it's incomplete. Blair, that was the same play call they had for the touchdown on the last drive, but that time Stuckey got jammed up a little bit and wasn't able to get anywhere near the pass.
Yeah, so the pass was overthrown because of the jam. Not able to get there in time, but we're going to see that pass several more times, I think, before this ball game's over.
Kobe Bailey, junior defensive back, on the coverage that time for the Mounties. 3rd and 10 from the 34. Gibbs takes the snap out of the shotgun, drilled as he lets it go. It just goes up in the air. Charbonneau almost caught it with one hand, and now a flag comes in. It's going to be pass interference against the Mounties. Mason Sell was the defensive back in the coverage. Charbonneau was pushed down, was on his back, Blair, put a hand up in the air, and he still almost caught it with one hand.
And he was going to catch it until he got grabbed.
Yeah.
So that's going to cost the Mounties 15 and a first down for the Purple Dogs. But, wow, yeah, Gibbs took quite a shot. But that's how strong he is. He still managed to almost get the ball exactly where it needed to be, even though it was wobbling.
After the penalty mark on Fayetteville, will have a 1st and 10 at its own 48-yard line. 4:49 to go first quarter. The Purple Dogs lead Rogers 7-0. Driving, trying to extend that lead. There's a stop and play as the referee and the side judge over here on the near side talk to each other. And
something on the Rogers sideline?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'm not.
Looks like a Rogers.
Did they tell that
administrators going up to talk to the student section?
Oh, that's what it is. The students are, of course, with the crowd mic. Can't hear anything. I like a crowd mic. No.
On first down, the pass is incomplete over on the right side. There is a flag down, though, at the Rogers 29-yard line. The pass was intended for, look like Flanagan or Jacob Sherritts. Can't quite tell if that's a 3 or a 2 over there on the far side.
I'm with you. I can't.
It's Flanagan, yeah. He finally turned his back.
And he had it in his hands, too. That's unlike him to drop that.
So there's a hold against Rogers is going to be the call, so that's another 10-yard penalty. So 2 pass plays and 25 penalty yards for the Purple Dogs. Has the ball at the Rogers 42. 4:44 to go first quarter. Fayetteville trying to add to a 7-0 lead. First down, Gibbs in the shotgun, takes the snap. The give is up the middle, up to the 40-yard line. A couple of yards on the run that time for Jordan. And it's second down.
That's the first run of the night.
Karsten Jordan. Haven't seen Jacob Sherritts in the game yet for the Purple Dogs. 2 receivers left side, 2nd and 8. Gibbs takes the snap on second down. Play action, throws left. Charbonneau's got it across the 30, and he's going to be taken down at the 29-yard line.
Great job.
Pickup of 11 on the play, first down for Fayetteville.
Great job by Luke there to shield also the defender away from the ball when he made that catch and pull it in and make some yards after the catch.
Fayetteville running an up-tempo offense here, first down. Gibbs from the 29, throws right, pass is caught. This is Charbonneau across the 25 at the 20, and he's going to be near the first down marker. I think he's got it, Blair, as he's run out of bounds
they'll spot him at the
on
19.
the far side of the field out at the 19-yard line. Charbonneau caught it on the left hash mark and ran all the way over to the right sideline before he was knocked out of bounds.
Credit to the offensive line. They're giving Gibbs plenty of time to check and find the open receiver. Now, he did take a shot right after he threw that one, but he's getting some great protection so far tonight.
First down from the 19, 3 receivers right side. Gibbs is in an empty backfield. Now they'll bring a man in motion. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout by the Purple Dogs. Let's take one with them. 3:58 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 7-0. This is Purple Dog football.
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people. And although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
3:58 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 7-0. The Purple Dogs driving inside the Mounties red zone from the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Gibbs in the shotgun takes the snap. Looking over the middle. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown Fayetteville. Connor Flanagan, 19-yard touchdown catch. He caught it between the R and the S in Rogers. And with 3:53 to play in the first, the Purple Dogs are up by 2 scores.
Great job by Connor. Nice route on the right side. Went up and then cut on a slant toward the middle, and Gibbs put it exactly where only his guy could get it.
Connor Flanagan grew up playing here on this field while his dad was the head coach of the Mounties. See his dad with a big smile on his face over here to the left in the coach's box. Buxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. And with 3:53 to play in the first quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 14, Rogers nothing. This is Purple Dog football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere. bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks. Bring on summer.
3:53 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 14-0. Huxley Richardson squibs it along the ground again this time. Picked up by Rogers at the 37, out across the 40, and falls across the 45-yard line. Richardson tried to kick it along the ground, and a quick-thinking Rogers player picked it up at the 37, and now the Mounties have got great field position.
Yeah, a little surprised on that one, but you know it worked out okay. Passing-wise, Gibbs already, Matt, 10 of 14 for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad start, huh?
Yeah. Amazing what you can do when it's not raining cats and dogs.
Oh, man, he's looked great tonight.
1st and 10 for the Mounties from their own 45, 3:47 to play first quarter. Lloyd's the quarterback, comes out with a running back to either side, 2 receivers on his right. On first down, the give is up the middle. This is Zamaron. It's 3 out to the 48 on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs. Was Kayvon Clark, and it's 2nd and 7.
That was a little bit of a variation what we saw in the direct snap, where they had a lot of motion, and then Xavion tried to come up the middle, but Fayetteville was ready for him that time.
I've seen Rogers snap it like that twice tonight, or 3 times, excuse me, with 2 running backs flanking Lloyd, the quarterback. From the 48 of Rogers on 2nd and 7, and Lloyd turns around and takes a timeout. He didn't like what he saw from the Fayetteville defense. Take a quick timeout with them. 3:08 to play. First quarter. Fayetteville 14, Rogers nothing. This is Purple Dog football.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs.
3:08 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 14-0. The Mounties facing a 2nd down and 7 from their own 48-yard line. And before they called that timeout, Blair, they had 5 wide receivers, and this time they come back out with a 2-back set.
They've had a lot of different formations already tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Lloyd, double play action, now throws right. That pass is in. Oh no, it's caught by Rogers. It was in Brooks Flanagan's hands. It went through his hands, and then Ross caught it at the 40, turned upfield, and ran all the way up to the 37-yard line of Fayetteville. 15 yards on the play, and a first down for the Mounties on a play looked like would have been an interception for Fayetteville.
Oh, easily. I mean, it was going the other way, and somehow he just couldn't hold on to it, and the Rogers player never quit and got it.
The irony there is that Ross has dropped a couple tonight. On first down, Zamaron runs from the 38 up to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 as he runs left. And it's 2nd and 8 now for the Mounties. And on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs was Tyler Barnes.
They're starting to plug the hole. Zamaron's pretty much gone at that angle across right to left through the line, and they've been waiting on him.
2nd and 8. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left side. They give it to Zamaron, running right. Not much there. Jay Beasley in on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs. See Kayvon Clark getting up out of the pile. Also on the tackle was Trendon Meadows.
Got a pretty good spot to the 33.
33. So they gave him 3 yards on the run, and so it's 3rd and 5 for the Mounties. They've got to get to the Fayetteville 28 to move the chains. 1:50 to play first quarter. Purple Dogs lead by 2 scores. Lloyd in the pistol, being pressured, throws left. That pass is caught, but he's taken down in the backfield. Great pursuit that time by the Purple Dogs. Once again, it was Tyler Barnes on the pass that was caught by Braden Gentry. It's a loss on the play back to the 36, and so it's 4th and 8. We'll see what the Mounties decide to do. It appears they're going to go for it.
What a great play by Barnes. He just wrapped him up immediately as he caught it.
Don't really want to punt it when you're this far in your opponent's territory, but we saw their field goal kicker miss a 45-yarder on the last drive. On fourth down, thrown over the middle, pass is intercepted at the 27. This is Barnes back at the 40 of Fayetteville, the 45, midfield. The 45's got a block at the 35, the 30. Barnes at the 20, Barnes at the 15, the 10, the 5. He's down at the 1 yard line. At the 1 yard line, he was taken down after a 72-yard interception return, and the Purple Dogs have a 1st and goal with 52 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Oh, that's just cruel. That's cruel.
Well, and after he broke so many tackles on the return, too.
What a great play. He read the quarterback's eyes and broke in right before the receiver could catch it and went the other way, and now Fayetteville can really put this one.
Good hustle that time by Casey Allred not to give up on the play and be able to get him down at the 1 yard line. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll go Wildcat formation. Bo Stuckey takes it right side. Touchdown, Fayetteville. 2 flags come in, though. Make it 3. I think every official on the field just about threw a flag right there, Blair, and it looks like it's in the vicinity of this play coming back.
Boy, he just waltzed right into the end zone, too. He had a big hole. You could have driven a couple of trucks and a SUV through there.
So it's a hold against the Purple Dogs, of course. Number one, I don't think this official has a microphone tonight like we had last week in Fayetteville.
We got spoiled.
But also they didn't give the number when they read out the hold over the intercom, so we don't know who that penalty was on. I assume it was someone on the right side of the Fayetteville line. So it moves it back to the 11. 1st and goal from there. Gibbs in the shotgun on 1st down. Looking right. It's a little pass. Oh, my God, it was intercepted at the 15. He's at the 30, and he might score at the 40. Midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. 85-yard touchdown return for the Mounties. What an athletic interception that time by Elijah Bigham as Gibbs was trying to throw a pass out in the right flat. Bigham just undercut the running back, put his left paw up, intercepted it with one hand, and returned it to 85 yards for a score.
Wow. What a swing of events that is.
An incredible catch that time by Elijah Bigham, a junior linebacker. And once he caught it, everyone in the Fayetteville offense was almost in the end zone. The extra point is on the way, and it is good. And with 27 seconds remaining, what a swing in this one. Our new score, Fayetteville 14, Rogers 7. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm.
Well, 2 big interception returns. The difference was Fayetteville's interception return was 72 yards to the 1 of Rogers after Bo Stuckey had run in what looked like a touchdown to give Fayetteville a 20-0 lead. The penalty moved it back, and from the 11, Hank Gibbs threw an interception at the 15. It was returned 85 yards for a touchdown by Elijah Bigham, and with 27 seconds to play in the first quarter, what we thought was going to be 21-0 Fayetteville when we went to the break is now 14-7.
What a swing of events we have seen. And now Rogers has got a little momentum. Good news, Fayetteville back out on the field.
Kick along the ground. It goes through a Fayetteville returner's legs. Fayetteville still hasn't picked it up, and finally they do. Flanagan at the 17, at the 20, out across the 25. And it'll be taken down out around the 28-yard line. It went through an up man's legs. He couldn't quite get his hands on it, and Flanagan alertly came up and got it before Rogers could get down to recover the ball.
Sometimes it seems like they forget that's a live ball. Somebody's got to jump on that quickly. So that was almost disastrous.
16 seconds to play in the first quarter. Purple Dogs come out on 1st and 10 from their own 28. With 2 receivers to the left side, that's the wide side of the field for the quarterback, Hank Gibbs. Now they move a man in motion. That's Flanagan. They'll go play action. Gibbs just keeps it. Runs left, makes a man miss, falls forward across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 8 on 1st down. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. As Hank Gibbs runs for 8 yards. He had a tight end coming underneath Blair, but he just didn't throw the ball to him.
Yeah, I think the coaches next door wanted him to.
Yeah, I think they wanted him to get it up. But
it worked.
Gibbs credit. He got 8 yards on first down, and that's the final play of the first quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 14-7. We'll be back after this break. This is Purple Dog Football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
We are getting ready to start the second quarter in Rogers, where Fayetteville leads the Rogers Mounties 14-7. Purple Dogs facing a 2nd and 2 from their own 36-yard line. Hank Gibbs in the shotgun formation. They bring a man in motion on second down. They give it up the middle across the 40 out to the 42. He's got a first down with a 6-yard gain on the run that time for the Purple Dogs. Couldn't quite tell who that was. Was that Jordan? Yeah, it was. It was Karsten Jordan. And Fayetteville quickly up to the line of scrimmage from the 42. First down.
This game's moving at a fast pace, is it not?
Gibbs on first down. Looks left. He's got a man deep downfield. That pass is caught inside the 30. Down to the 24-yard line of Rogers.
Beautiful
Let's
pass.
say at the 25. Luke Charbonneau with another big reception.
And again, another pass where only his guy could get it.
33-yard reception that time for Charbonneau, and Fayetteville quickly into Rogers territory from the Mounties 25, 1st and 10. Fayetteville up to the line quickly. Gibbs in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's to his right. Looking right. Pass is caught at the 20. With a man all over him was Connor Flanagan, 5 yards, and it's 2nd and 5.
Well, that's one of the few times we've seen Connor run that slant route and not get any yards after catch.
Fayetteville has got 3 receivers to the left side of Gibbs. On 2nd and 5. We're almost a minute into the second quarter. Fayetteville leads 14-7. On second down, Gibbs takes the snap, looking right. Pass is caught across the 15. Makes a man miss at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Fayetteville from 20 yards out. A great run after the catch that time for Augie Braddock. And the Purple Dogs are up again by 2 scores.
What a nice job by Augie there to turn at the sideline, got it, then put a move on the defender, and he had nothing but smooth sailing into the end zone. And Hank's over 200 yards passing in the ball game, 13 of 18.
Good drive that time by Hank Gibbs to make up for that interception that the Mounties took back for a score. Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point. Jordan will hold. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. And so with 10:50 to play in the second quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 21, Rogers 7. This is Purple Dog Football.
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people. And although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
We are back at Whitey Smith Stadium in Rogers, where with 10:50 to play in the second quarter, the Fayetteville Purple Dogs lead the Rogers Mounties 21-7. It's been A really great game for the Fayetteville offense here. And that's
And the defense played well, too.
Huxley Richardson getting ready to kick off, and there's no football on the field.
Oh, that would
have to bring one over from the far sideline, and now Huxley tees it up, steps back, and he's getting ready to kick the ball away.
The interception led to a 5-play, 72-yard drive. All the touchdowns have come, Matt, off 70-plus yard drives for Fayetteville.
Richardson, a sky kick to the left side. It's going to be fielded at the 25, back across the 30 for Rogers, and out to the 38-yard line, that time on the return for the Mounties, Will Sims.
So be interesting to see what Rogers does offensively here. They've just not been able to get any sort of passing game going. Lloyd is 3 of 10 for 16 yards in the pick. The defense has just really stymied the Mounties so far.
10:45 to play second quarter. Rogers will start 1st and 10 from its own 38-yard line. Hunter Lloyd, the junior quarterback, comes out in the shotgun. Both teams operate almost exclusively from there. Trips left. Lloyd runs the option, pitches right, and out to the 42 after a pickup of 4 was Sammy Zamaron. A lot of juniors on this Rogers offense. Both of those players, juniors on the play, 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Man, Lloyd runs over to the sideline after each play to consult with his dad and the offensive coordinator what play to run. He's going to put a lot of mileage on those legs tonight, man.
2nd and 6, 2 receivers to either side for Lloyd. He's in the pistol formation. Zamaron lines up behind him, now moves over to his right. Takes the snap, looking left all the way. Throw passes way over the head of his intended receiver, Sims. Out around midfield, in on the coverage that time for the Purple Dogs was the linebacker, Tristan Meadows.
Good
and it's
coverage.
3rd and 6 now for the Mounties.
Good coverage by Meadows there. And pulled back at the last minute to try to avoid any pass interference call, though I think that's what Rogers is complaining about to the side judge there. That's old school to see the quarterback run over to the sideline to get the play call.
It sure is. And you don't see it a whole lot with passing teams. It's more for a running offense. On 3rd and 6, the Mounties have to get to their own 48. Lloyd takes the snap, tries to set up the screen. He's got Zamaron at the 45, spins across midfield into Fayetteville territory, into the 44-yard line. Zamaron picks up 14 on 3rd down, and the Mounties are in Purple Dog territory at the 44.
They had the receivers spread out all the way to both sidelines, so they had the defense spread out by design to set up that screen pass. Interesting.
Clock runs, 9:46 to play second quarter. Purple Dogs lead 21-7. Rogers with one of its best offensive drives we've seen so far. 3 receivers left side. Lloyd takes the snap, looking left all the way. Throws, pass caught by Sims, and there's just not there much for him. Out to the 42-yard line. Meadows on the tackle for the Purple Dogs after a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 as the clock continues to run.
Boy, Meadows is playing a great game. He is all over the place tonight. And great tackling, just wrapping him up and not letting him go anywhere.
On the plays where Lloyd does not run over to the sideline, they actually huddle. Kind of rare to see that too, Blair. 3 receivers on the right side. On 2nd down, rolls right, now tries to set up a throwback to his left, and that pass is incomplete. Fayetteville's Quade Mosier played the play perfectly, but then a little bit of improvisation that time by Lloyd as the receiver, Matthew Watson, took off down the left sideline, and had Watson been able to pull that in up at about the 40, he might have gone for a while.
He definitely would have gone for a while. Lloyd did a good job, little pump fake, and then running back, and those guys that crashed the right side for Fayetteville went in toward him, and it left that area wide open, but his receiver could not make the catch.
3rd and 8, 8:56 to go, second quarter. Mounties need to get to the Fayetteville 34. Lloyd hands it off left, gives it to Sims, back to Lloyd, now deep downfield. That pass is incomplete, but there's going to be several flags come out for interference against the Purple Dogs. Marquez Douglas back on the coverage that time for Fayetteville. He'll be the one who picks up the flag, and it was clearly interference down at around the 20-yard line as Rogers ran the reverse flea flicker. Fayetteville's players read it well, but Douglas was just all over the intended receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have come up with it, though, even if he hadn't been interfered with, because the pass was a little bit high. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first down for the Mounties.
They're going to call it holding and not interference, so they're going to move the ball up to the 32-yard line. Either way, it's a first down for Rogers after an incompletion on third down. And the Mounties, as they wait for the ball to be spotted, there's still an umpire standing over the top of it. He and the referee are having a discussion there in the middle of the field. I don't know what they're talking about. Now the referee signals we're ready for play. So, 1st and 10 from the 32 of Fayetteville. 2 receivers to the right side for Lloyd. On first down, they'll run the option again, running left. Pitch to the left. This is Zamaron out across the 30 and taken down at the 26 of Fayetteville. A pickup of 6 on the play, and it's second down as the clock runs inside of 8:35 to play in the second quarter.
Charbonneau with the tackle. Nice job. I don't know how Zamaron held on to the ball. He got jarred pretty good, and it looked for a moment like the ball might have come out, but he did manage to hold on to it somehow.
That was Jay Beasley on the tackle for the Purple Dogs.
That's
both of them
right.
wear number 14. Beasley, the senior safety. 2nd and 4. Lloyd gives left side, hitting the backfield that time by the Purple Dogs. And on the tackle for Fayetteville, number 68, Jordan Polk. Excuse me, that was Melvin Kumwenda on the tackle for the Purple Dogs. They spot the ball back at the 26, so we almost got back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half yard on the play. And it's third down now for Rogers. The Mounties have to get to the 21 of Fayetteville.
My apologies to Beasley. I had the wrong flip chart up.
On third down, they give it to Ross, running right side across the 25, out across the 20. He's got a first down. He's thrown backward at the end, but forward progress should give him the yardage he needs.
Boy, it's going to be close.
It is. I thought he got to the 20, but they're marking him down at the 21-yard line. That's where the chains are. They look at it, and I think they're going to want to get a measurement, Blair.
Wow, I'm shocked. I was with you. I thought he got at least to the 20. It's on the far sideline across from us, where the Fayetteville sideline, and he had it and then suddenly went backwards. It's almost like, I wonder if he lost the football maybe or something, because it seems like the forward progress would have been more than that.
Of course, if he ran on his own after he was hit, then that would erase the forward progress.
I think he's short.
He's short. They're bringing the chains out into the middle of the field now to place the ball from the right hash mark. It's going to be fourth down for the Mounties. It'll be 4th and inches at around the 20, between the 21, 22-yard line. They need to get to the 21 to pick up the first down.
It is an inch short.
Clock is stopped, 7:13 to play. It'll restart on the snap. 4th down. Lloyd under center, runs it. Well, we've got to stop now and play. Lloyd was going to run a quarterback sneak up the middle.
Yeah,
I don't know what they've done here. Yeah,
I don't know that we were set. I don't know if the chain crew was set. Now we got a flag.
Now we got flags on this side,
and that's got to be a sideline warning of some sort.
Not quite sure what it was.
Yeah,
as a sideline warning against Rogers. So we still haven't had a 4th and 1. Rogers will break the huddle for the 3rd time as they get ready to run this play. Lloyd will get under center. Takes the snap. He's got a first down across the 20 out to the 19-yard line. That's the first time tonight, Blair, we've seen the Mounties or either team take a snap from under center. They get 2 yards on the play and move the chains. They're back in the Fayetteville red zone.
Kind of the Cole Kelly offense there. So the defense needs to stop them here. This drive is already been 10 plays, just 43 yards.
Clock still running inside 6:55 to play second quarter. Fayetteville leads 21-7, but the Mounties are driving. 1st and 10 from the Fayetteville 19. 2 receivers left side. Lloyd throws left, caught by Ross. He's out to the 15-yard line, 6 on the play. Brooks Flanagan and Tyler Barnes in on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs, 2nd and 4. And I don't know why, but the clock has stopped.
Yeah, good defense, good job of wrapping up. They are just not giving up any yards after catch, and that is very critical against an offense.
I think there's
like
a penalty.
This.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag over on the
huh?
far right side. It's an illegal shift against the Mounties. This turf field is it alternates between dark green and light green every 5 yards, and that flag was sitting over on the far side of the field, kind of on the lighter green, kind of camouflaged into the grass. It was an illegal shift against the Mounties, and so that will negate the good first down yardage. It's 1st and 15 now for Rogers, back at the 25-yard line. Lloyd gives it up the middle. This is Zamaron. He's got about 3 to the 22 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Mounties as the clock runs inside of 6:10 to play before halftime.
Good job by the defense to wrap him up. They're really wrapping up well tonight. There's just not a lot of second effort that's going to produce anything so far.
Rogers huddles this time. Haven't seen them do that just a whole lot. On 2nd down, Lloyd in the shotgun, 2 receivers right side. That's the wide side of the field. Lloyd looking right, throwing downfield. The pass is caught inside the 10, and down to the 9-yard line is Sims on the reception for the Mounties. Give him 13 yards on 2nd and 12, and now it's 1st and goal Rogers at the Fayetteville 9.
He did a good job eluding his receiver to the right side and left it short, but the defense couldn't knock it down, and now the Mounties are inside the Bulldog 10.
Really good possession here for Rogers. Probably its best of the night. Clock runs inside 5:25. 3 receivers left. That's the wide side of the field. Lloyd looking left all the way. Throws, passes, incomplete. In and out of the hands of his receiver at the 2-yard line. That was Braden Gentry on the coverage for the Purple Dogs. Looks like Quade Mosier was back in coverage. Maybe Brooks Flanagan back there too.
I don't know that he would have scored had he caught it. He probably would have been down at the 2, but still, this is the 15th play of the drive, Matt.
Really kind of taking the air out of the football.
Well, it's keeping the Fayetteville offense off the field, too.
2nd and goal, 9-yard line. Rogers, 3 receivers left side. They'll run the option right. Pitch to Zimmeron at the 5. Touchdown, Rogers. Sammy Zamaron goes in from 9 yards out. Really good option play. Rogers has run that pretty well tonight. And with 5:13 to play in the second quarter, the Mounties are back within 1 score.
They picked a good time to run that because the Bulldogs were more stacked in the middle and to the right side or left side, and that right side was wide open.
On to attempt the extra point for Rogers is Johnny Vasquez. The ball's down, the kick is on the way, and it is good. And so with 5:13 to go second quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 21, Rogers 14. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the...
We're back in Rogers, where with 5:13 to go in the second quarter, Fayetteville leads Rogers 21-14. High kick is returnable for Fayetteville from the 2-yard line, back across the 15, the 20. He's got some blocks at the 30. This is Brooks Flanagan. Flanagan breaks some tackles at the 35, out across the 35 to the Fayetteville 40-yard line. Really nice return that time for Brooks Flanagan. 38 yards out to the 40. Good field position for the Purple Dogs to begin with 5:01 to go before halftime.
Boy, that was really nice. He did about 4 or 5 spins to shake off tacklers before they finally corralled him at the 40-yard line. So this sets up the Bulldog offense in really good position.
Fayetteville will come out with 3 receivers to the left. That's the tight side of the field. Gibbs, the quarterback, in the shotgun. A lot of motion before the snap, and we're going to have a penalty. It's going to be offsides, or excuse me, a false start against the Purple Dogs. Looked like that might have been on the right side of the line. Maybe Matthew Mueller. Anyway, they'll move it back to the 35-yard line, 1st and 15. 2 seconds came off the clock they shouldn't have for a pre-snap penalty.
Just the 4th penalty on Fayetteville.
3 receivers right side on 1st and long. Gibbs throws, pass incomplete. He tried to hit Bo Stuckey, but threw it about a foot too high. Stuckey jumped just as high as he could.
Boy,
but he couldn't brought that in, and it's second down.
The price that he held on to that one, too.
Yeah, he would have.
That's a dangerous one. You don't want to leave your receiver exposed up in the air like that. I'm sure Hank would like another shot at that one.
2nd and 15 for the Purple Dogs from their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers to either side. Now they bring Connor Flanagan in motion. They give it to Flanagan, running right side. He's got some room at the 40, at the 45, midfield, and knocked out of bounds inside Rogers' territory at the 49-yard line. That'll go down as a pass, Blair, because he was a little push pass in front of him. 16 yards on the play, and it's a first down for the Purple Dogs. Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left of Gibbs on first down. He looks right, though. The pass is caught at the 45. This is Stuckey up to the 43 of Rogers. 6 yards, and 2nd and 4 as the Purple Dogs try to run really quickly right here.
And we've seen it. When they run fast like this, they really get that offense cranked up.
2 receivers left side for Gibbs. On 2nd and 4. He takes a lick as he throws it deep downfield for Bo Stuckey. Overthrows him, also throws it out of bounds. It's 3rd down. That time Rogers bringing a blitz, and Gibbs just had to get rid of it.
Still threw a nice ball and absorbed the hit. He knew it was coming. He's getting more and more comfortable, you can tell, in the pocket. One of the few times the line has allowed a Mountie to get in and put some pressure on him.
From the 43 of Rogers, the Purple Dogs need to get to the 39 on 3rd and 4. 3 receivers left side. Gibbs. Rogers shows blitz, and now we've got an offsides against the Mounties. That'll give Fayetteville an automatic first down. I don't know if that was a hard count, Blair, or if Rogers just showed its hand too early.
They bet.
But that's a 5-yard penalty on what would have been a 3rd and 4, and Fayetteville gets a first down out of it.
That is a big break for the Bulldogs. They need to take advantage of this.
So Fayetteville 1st and 10 from the Rogers 38. 3 receivers left. They'll stay in the same formation off the right hash mark. Gibbs takes the snap, being pressured, throws left, going deep downfield at the 15, at the 10. It's caught by Connor Flanagan. Flanagan knocked out of bounds at the 9-yard line, 29 yards, and the Purple Dogs have a 1st and goal.
What a great pass, and what a great catch by Connor.
Yeah.
Over the left shoulder, toward the sideline.
About 20 yards downfield,
man,
across the field from the right hash mark to the left side. Great pass by Gibbs. 1st and goal from the 9. Gibbs being pressured. Now he just steps up, runs it across the 5, falls forward to the 4-yard line. Hank used all 6'5" of his frame to fall forward for a couple of extra yards.
Took a big lick, too, at the 5.
2nd and goal from the 4 for the Purple Dogs.
That's the only thing that gives you pause there is him exposed for that big lick.
Inside of 3:50 to go before halftime. Gibbs on 2nd down, rolls right, throws toward the end zone. That pass is incomplete. In the front corner of the end zone, he was looking for Stuckey. And now it's 3rd and goal for the Purple Dogs. The clock stops with 3:40 to go before the intermission.
Didn't set his feet that time, so the pass was a little short. Stuckey laid out for it but couldn't come up with it. So this is a big third down right here for the Bulldogs. You'd like to get this ball in the end zone.
3rd and goal. Gibbs in the shotgun. Now looks toward the sideline.
They may take a timeout here. No?
Nope. Billy Dawson gives him the play. He goes up, tells his lineman. 3 receivers right side. Gibbs takes the snap. It's the give. Jordan up the middle. He's not going to get there. Karsten Jordan was taken down at the 3-yard line, only about a yard, maybe a yard and a half on the play. And now the Purple Dogs have a decision to make. Do you take the points or do you go for the touchdown? And it looks like they're going to bring the field goal team out on the field.
Go ahead and take the sure point. If the defense holds, you might get another shot at it before halftime. Or if you've got a fake in the bag, this would be a good time to break that out.
I think if you've got your starting quarterback in the game, you might go for it here. But with your backup, I think you take the points however you can get them. Huxley Richardson, this is a kind of an interesting angle. On the left hash mark, 20-yard field goal attempt is on the way, and it is no good. He pushed it to the left. It's a hard angle for a right-footed kicker. And Fayetteville comes away with no points after getting down to the Rogers 2-yard line. And the Mounties will take over with 2:53 to play. They'll move the ball out to the 20. Rogers could tie this game before halftime.
Man, that is a tough break for the Bulldog offense. They went 9 plays, 63 yards, and end up with nothing to show for it. And like you said, Rogers now can tie this ball game up, possibly on this possession.
That's just such a tough angle for a right-footed kicker to kick it off the left hash mark that close to the field goal, or to the uprights, I'm sorry. So Rogers takes over from its own 20, 2:53 to go before halftime. Fayetteville leads 21-14 on first down. Lloyd goes left, pitches that way. This is Zamaron. He's got some room across the 25, the 30. Knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. He gets 13 on first down. That's a good start to this drive for the Mounties.
Lowered his shoulder, too, and put a big hit on somebody right in front of the Rogers bench. So the Mounties now playing with a little more confidence. The Bulldog defense needs to step up. We need a crowd mic. This is just
And we said
crazy.
Rogers last week got behind 16-0 against Van Buren and scored 20 straight to take the lead. So they're comfortable playing with a deficit. 2 receivers right side on first down. Lloyd being pressured. Now runs right outside the hashes. Throws back across the field at the 40. This is Sims. Cuts upfield at the 45. The ball's on the ground. Did Fayetteville get it? I think they did. I think Fayetteville got it. Sims was trying to cut upfield for more yards. Lost it at the 45, and the Purple Dogs come up with it at the 44 of Rogers. Karsten Johnson on the recovery that time for the Purple Dogs. Huge recovery for Fayetteville, and maybe the Purple Dogs can extend their lead here before the break. 2:33 to go.
Just what the doctor ordered, a little turnover right there. And so the Bulldogs with the ball in Rogers territory. They do have 2 timeouts to work with. No rush.
From the 44-yard line of Rogers, 2:33 before halftime. Fayetteville trying to add to a 21-14 lead. Empty backfield for Gibbs out of the shotgun. Looking deep downfield on first down at the 15, and he overthrows Connor Flanagan. Flanagan lined up in the backfield, then ran out in motion, and they tried to hit him deep down the field. Couldn't get him. 2nd and 10.
Had to be watching that official to see if he was going to pull something out of his pocket. There was some contact down the left side, but to no avail.
Fayetteville's got 2 timeouts and 2:27 to go before the break. No need to rush here. They bring a running back in late. That's Jordan. Stand to the left side of Gibbs. Throws right, sets up a screen. This is Connor Flanagan. Flanagan at the 40, breaks a tackle as he runs left, and then he fell down. He broke the tackle, but he never could quite get his footing after he came up off the ground. He gets 4 on the play out to the 40. It's 3rd and 6 for the Mounties. Clock running inside of 2:10.
And the blockers downfield never really were able to set their blocks and create a lane for him to run through. Bulldogs taking their time as they look across to get the play call from Benji Mahan.
They come out on 3rd and 6 with 2 receivers to either side of Gibbs. The right side is the wide side. Gibbs looking right. Throws, and that pass is almost.
Oh, that's got to be a penalty right
there.
there.
Yeah, it is going to be a penalty. I think it's going to be unnecessary roughness against the Mounties. Gibbs is fortunate that he didn't get the pass picked off, and the player, I couldn't quite tell who it was. Whoever hit the receiver for Fayetteville and is going to be given this penalty, he could have intercepted the ball if he just would have looked up, but he was too busy headhunting.
Yeah, he was headhunting on Brockington, who took a big hit. He's back on his feet, thankfully. He's okay, but, man, that was just – you hate to see anybody
it's a targeting penalty against the Mounties. And so after they step this one up, it's going to be 15-yard penalty out to the 25-yard line. Clock is stopped with 1:44 to go before halftime.
You still have both timeouts in your pocket if you need them.
Now, in high school targeting, you do not get ejected. It's just a 15-yard penalty.
We saw that last week, too.
3 receivers stacked out to the left for Hank Gibbs on first down from the 25. Play action. They throw left. The pass is caught. This is Brockington, who took the big hit. He gets 2 yards out to the 23. Clock continues to run inside of 1:35 to go before halftime.
They just never were able to quite set the blocks for that screen. He was open, but the Mounties closed in quickly.
1:20 to play before halftime. Clock continues to run. Gibbs in the shotgun. They bring a man in motion. They give it to Jordan up the middle across the 20, down to the 19-yard line. He gets 4 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Purple Dogs. Clock continues to run with a minute to go. Fayetteville needs to get to the Rogers 15 to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's the give. Jordan up the middle again. He's got the first down across the 15, and he gets out to the 11. Clock will stop while they move the chains. 8 yards that time for Jordan. 1st and 10 Fayetteville. The Purple Dogs can get to the 1 and still get a first down.
They've got Stuckey in single coverage over here on the right side. I almost wonder if that's maybe what they want to do here.
Yeah, I don't think Rogers liked that look, and so the Mounties will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. 46 seconds to go before halftime. Fayetteville 21, Rogers 14. This is Purple Dog football. Okay. We are back at Whitey Smith Stadium in Rogers, where with 46 seconds to play before halftime, Fayetteville leads Rogers 21-14. The Purple Dogs have a 1st and 10 upcoming from the Rogers 11, trying to add to their lead and take advantage of a turnover. Fumble at the Rogers 44 just a couple of minutes ago. On first down, Hank Gibbs goes pump action, throws toward the end zone, touchdown, Fayetteville. As he throws left side, it looked like Connor Flanagan caught it over there on the far left side in the end zone. He went play action and then he pump faked. I said pump action, just
yeah. Or the defense bit because Connor was wide open. The defensive back lost him and Connor hauls it in for another touchdown.
Gibbs actually threw the pass a little high. Flanagan had to jump up for it. All he had to do was just kind of loft it out there, and it was an easy touchdown for the Purple Dogs. Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point. Jordan will hold. The ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And so with 41 seconds to play before halftime, our new score, Fayetteville 28, Rogers 14. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
Back in Rogers, where Fayetteville leads Rogers High School 28-14, 41 seconds to go before halftime. Huxley Richardson kicks the ball away. This one will go into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. Rogers will take over at its own 20. Blair, they're quite literal here. 60 seconds in between the extra point and the kickoffs. We're just barely getting back on the air in time.
Precise. Hey, the first time we've seen Richardson boot one, not sky kick it tonight, and he creamed that one into the end zone. 7 plays, 44 yards on the touchdown for the Bulldogs. And quickly, just looking at the numbers, almost 300 yards of offense in the first half.
See what Rogers decides to do here. The Mounties do have a timeout left. 41 seconds to go. On first down, they'll give it up the middle. Zamaron now kind of cuts to his right. Gets 4, maybe 5 out to the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run inside of 30 seconds to go before the intermission. And it looks like the Mounties are just content to sit on this and go into the locker room down 28-14.
Yeah, and Fayetteville had 2 timeouts too. So if you had a quick stop there, you might have taken one, but well, here they go.
Rogers lining up with 10 seconds to go. They're going to run one more play at least before halftime. 2 receivers left side. Lloyd rolls left. Now he just chunks it downfield, and this pass is intercepted. Intercepted. No, they're going to say incomplete, but that was an interception, Blair.
Yeah.
It's the final play of the half. There's no time left on the clock. It's just a statistical deal there. Sebastian Rodriguez came away with it.
I thought
at about the 39.
Down.
He clearly got his feet down. He got both feet down.
I don't
and it should have been an interception for the Purple Dogs. Either way, Fayetteville wasn't going to get to run another play.
No, but you like the.
But you do take an interception away from Rodriguez on an acrobatic catch. And after 24 minutes, the Purple Dogs, they've made some mistakes, but they've been able to overcome them for the most part, and they lead 28-14.
Good first half for the Bulldogs. The offense has looked really good. The defense has looked really good. Now comes halftime in the third quarter, which has been a little of a bugaboo, so we'll have to see what happens.
Great first half by the backup quarterback, Hank Gibbs. 4 touchdown passes in that half for Fayetteville. We will take a break, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Fayetteville leads Rogers 28-14 at halftime. This is Purple Dog football.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs!
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment we waited for. Been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, but all that is real is left behind.
Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's running open. There's a preacher in the pulpit and you're blind emotion. Breaking at the brink of every wall is only all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true, we're taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, it won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh,
Colossal become these renegades in the rain.
oh,
Where the lost get found in the crown of the circus cage.
don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Running out, shining everything that you know. Just surrender cause you're coming and you wanna go. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true, intoxicating you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, it won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show.
Hey,
It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. You can see it right in front of you.
this is where you wanna be. Hey,
It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. This is where you wanna be.
This is where you wanna be.
It's covered in all the colored lights. It's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. This is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest show.
Everything you want right
This
now.
is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest. This is the greatest. This is the greatest show.
Whoa, that energy is great. Let's give it up.
It's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, it won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh,
Colossal become these renegades in the rain. Where the lost get found in the crown of the circus cage.
don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Running out, shining everything that you know. Just surrender cause you're coming and you wanna go. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true, intoxicating you. Oh, this is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show.
Hey,
It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. You can see it right in front of you.
Washington, 1 catch, 2 yards. So Hank's done a good job spreading the ball around, rushing wise. Let's see. There we go. Carson Jordan, 5 carries, 22 yards. Hank Gibbs has carried it 2 times for 13 yards. Rogers early rushing, 14 carries, 53 yards. Hunter Lloyd, 7 of 19 for 62 yards and a pick. So the defense has done an outstanding job of keeping them in check. And Barnes and Fields combined for a sack in the first half, and it's been Bulldogs pretty much the entire way.
A few small school scores of note from around Northwest Arkansas tonight. Benton leads Salem Springs 42-14 that game in the second quarter at halftime. How about this score? Shiloh Christian 51, Green Forest nothing.
Wow.
At halftime, that game being played in Green Forest. And one other small school score of note, Pea Ridge and Lincoln are tied 7-7 in the second quarter. Again, we are at halftime in Rogers, where our score is Fayetteville 28, Rogers 14. We'll take another break. Be back after this. This is Purple Dog Football.
Ballpark Franks. Bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Hermond or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs!
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks. Bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Hermond or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see.
Back in Rogers, there's about 11 minutes left in halftime. Fayetteville High School leads Rogers High School 28-14 at the intermission. Blair, we said the next two games for Fayetteville are,
and most importantly, go Dogs.
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs!
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
They got the touchdown just in the last second of the first, or just in the last minute of the first half. And now they've got a chance to put some distance between themselves and the Mounties with a good opening drive to the third quarter.
Yeah, get some momentum started. I mean, you don't want to let this Mountie team hang around, which they've done a little bit of here in the first half. That touchdown right before halftime really was huge because that gave you a little bit of separation and give you a 14-point cushion.
Football typically works out Blair. It usually comes out as a wash. And so Fayetteville had the pick six interception that Rogers returned to get back on the board 14-7. We were watching it and we were thinking, Fayetteville's outplayed Rogers for most of the half, but Rogers gets out near midfield and they've got a chance to tie the ball game, and then they turn it over. Fayetteville gets it. And I would think, based on what we saw in the first half, Fayetteville looked like they were a couple of touchdowns better than the Mounties, and so this score is pretty fitting for the play I thought we saw in the first half. Still can't get over these Rogers players without the Mountie on the side of their helmet.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why you would take off that iconic mascot on the side of your helmet. This is the first time I've seen Rogers this year, and so I almost wonder if this is some sort of specialty uniform they're wearing
for homecoming,
just for homecoming, or if this is something they've done all season.
Yeah, is that the Mountie logo that's on the chest, or is that maybe an Adidas logo?
These do look like a little bit darker jerseys than the blues that they've worn in the past. All right. Back deep for Fayetteville are Brooks Flanagan and Bo Stuckey. And on to kick the ball off for the Mounties, it's Cimarron, and that's a short kick, and it's probably going to go out of bounds. It does, yeah, there's the flag. Well, I tell you what, a Rogers player was just sprinting downfield, and had that ball stayed in bounds for another maybe second and a half, Rogers might have been able to recover that.
Yeah,
because it was close.
You cannot let it go.
Nope.
Without jumping on it.
And so Fayetteville, after the penalty for the ball going out of bounds, will start at its own 35-yard line. Purple Dogs almost exclusive through the air in the first half.
Yeah, see if they continue the air attack or try to work on the ground game.
No Jacob Sherritts tonight. On first down, Gibbs goes play action, pump fakes, looking deep down the field for Bo Stuckey, and it's incomplete, just off his fingertips. Out at the Rogers 35-yard line, the Purple Dogs try to go deep on the first play of the third quarter. Can't get it quite to Stuckey, and it's second down.
I like the aggressive play call. Come out, go for the jugular right off the back. He didn't quite get away from the line. He got jammed a little bit.
That's 3 times we've seen Fayetteville go deep for Bo Stuckey tonight. On second down, Gibbs goes play action, throws. That pass is almost intercepted. He was looking for Luke Charbonneau over on the left side, but Elijah Bigham, who had the big pick six earlier in the game for the Mounties, he was the closest to the ball, went off his fingertips, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Purple Dogs. They need to get to their own 45 to move the chains.
Hank just seems a little bit out of rhythm after the halftime break.
2 receivers to either side on third down. Rogers brings an extra man, throws it deep downfield. He had his Charbonneau, but it's incomplete. Gibbs got hit in the face mask, Blair, and there was no penalty.
Yeah, I can't believe that there was not a flag on that. He got hit high, and normally they've been flagging that all year. But
Charbonneau had about 5 yards on his defender, and had Gibbs had another second or so to get rid of that football, that would have been a touchdown, I think, for the Purple Dogs. But because of the pressure, he had to throw it away, and he overthrew Charbonneau at about the 40-yard line.
Impressive throw for when he hurried, too. He had a lot of oomph on it.
And his neck was halfway back behind him. Richardson takes a low snap, rolls out to his right. This is not a good kick.
No.
This is not a good kick at all. It will bound inside of Rogers' territory, and Fayetteville will cover it at the 48 of the Mounties. And so that kick is only 17 yards, and the Mounties have great field position for their first possession of the second half.
That was interesting, too, the Rogers bench, because it bounced right in front of their bench. They told all their players, get off the field and get away from it, because if they touch it, it's a live ball.
And it took a Rogers bounce, even though it really didn't matter to the final spot on the field. It was bouncing backward. Fayetteville did a good job of getting down and covering it before it went too far. On first down, Lloyd, the quarterback, Empty backfield set. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to the tight side. Now they bring a man in motion. This is Ross running right side. Great pursuit by the Purple Dogs that time. Tyler Barnes ties him up in the backfield. That's a 3-yard loss back to the 45, and it's 2nd and 13 for the Mounties.
They just shut that jet sweep down immediately.
We've seen the past few games, Blair, a different Fayetteville defender has stepped up and had probably his best game of the season. It was Quade Mosier, I thought, last week, and tonight Tyler Barnes, probably his best performance of the year.
Oh, easily. He's been everywhere tonight. What a difference maker he has been.
11:02 to go, third quarter. 2nd and 13 for the Mounties. Lloyd takes the snap, play action, throws over the middle. That pass is caught across midfield to the Fayetteville 45, and down at the 43-yard line on the quick strike to, that was Mills on the reception for, Will Sims on the reception that time for the Mounties. It's 3rd and just a yard. They need to get to the 42, so a pickup of 12. Really nice play call right there.
He put it right where his receiver could get it.
On 3rd down. Lloyd throws left. Pass is caught. This is Ross. He's got a 1st down. Out to the Fayetteville 35. 8 yards on the reception. 1st and 10 for the Mounties. Clock will stop while they move the chains. 10:20 to play, third quarter.
Fayetteville just kind of trying not to give up anything deep on that one and a little soft in the middle, and Rogers was able to take advantage and get the first.
Fayetteville leads 28-14. The Mounties trying to cut into that lead. 3 receivers to the right side. That's the open side of the field. On 1st down, Rogers will run this option left side. This is Zamaron. Good coverage that time. That was a fumbled ball.
They're going to say he was down?
They're going to say he was down.
Oh, you're kidding me.
It looked like the Purple Dogs were going to recover it, and then they just gave up on it. There must have been a whistle. We're high up here behind this glass. We can't hear anything that's going down on the field. Good coverage either way that time by the Purple Dogs. It looked like it was Brooks Flanagan and Jay Beasley in on the tackle for Fayetteville.
And Flanagan immediately hopped on the ball.
Yeah, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. That's the best. Fayetteville's covered that option all night. On 2nd down, Lloyd rolls right. Now tries to set up a throwback to his left, and that pass is incomplete. That's the 2nd time tonight we've seen him try to get the ball to Matthew Watson on the throwback, and both times the Purple Dogs have defended it well. And it's 3rd and 10 now for the Mounties. They have to get to the Fayetteville 25 to move the chains.
And Montrell Terry was in there putting pressure on Lloyd and forced him to throw it a little sooner than he wanted to.
3rd and 10. Lloyd goes over to the sideline to get the call. Now they'll huddle. Just a unique offense.
A lot of different looks.
Yeah.
You really have to pay attention to the way they're lined up.
And now we've got a whistle and a timeout, and that'll be a timeout taken by the Mounties. We'll take one with them. 9:20 to play, third quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 28-14. This is Purple Dog football. We're back at Smith Stadium in Rogers, where with 9:20 to play in the third quarter, Fayetteville leads the Rogers Mounties 28-14. Rogers facing a 3rd and 10 here from its own 35-yard line. Needs to get to the from the Fayetteville 35-yard line. Needs to get to the Purple Dogs 25 to move the chains.
Coach Lloyd looks like he's upset about something. He's letting the officials know he's not pleased with something that Fayetteville's doing. I'm not sure what it is. Now he's going to give the side judge a little earful.
On the open side of the field, there are 2 receivers. That's to the right of Lloyd. Zamaron, the back, lined up to his right. That's a bad snap, and Rogers just has to fall on it 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That wasn't Zamaron. That was actually number 24, Casey Allred, lined up next to Lloyd. Good heads-up play by him just to get down on the ball, but now it's 4th and 12 for Rogers.
And Lloyd just walked away. The ball was on the ground, and He was in no position to recover that.
Almost makes you wonder if they were trying that direct snap to a running back again. 4th and 12, Rogers going to go for it. 3 receivers left side, whistles, flags everywhere. This is going to be a false start against the right side of the offensive line. And so that'll back Rogers up 5 more yards. And it'll be interesting to see if they try to go for it here. The penalty that time was on Caleb Stanberry, the senior right tackle, and now Rogers is going to bring the punt team out and kick this ball away. Are they trying a field goal, Blair?
It sure looks like it. This
would be a 59-yard field goal off the left hash mark. And Rogers doesn't have the right personnel in the game. They're going to try a 59-yard field goal off the left hash mark.
Wow.
Ball is down, the kick is on the way, and it is way, way, way no good. That ball didn't make it to the goal line, and it landed about 10 yards out of bounds.
It was left. It was almost like he was purposely kicking it to the corner. I mean, that would even aimed at the goalpost. That was bizarre.
Very bizarre. I guess it works like a punt in that it goes out of bounds inside the red zone. So shouldn't this ball come out to the 20?
You would think.
Right now they've got it lined up at the 14-yard line.
That doesn't make any
don't
sense.
Quite understand this.
Well, maybe that's why Rogers did that.
All right. 3 receivers right side for Hank Gibbs from the 14-yard line. Goes play action on first down. Throws it to Stuckey. Stuckey coming across the field at the 20. Stuckey at the 25, at the 30. He lost the football. Did Fayetteville get it? Cameron Irvin was there. Or maybe it was Matthew Mueller. I think it was Mueller came close to getting it for the Purple Dogs. Rogers comes away with it, though. And what are they saying? Rogers came out of the scrum with the football, and the officials are saying it's Fayetteville's ball at the 36-yard line. I guess they said Fayetteville had it, and Rogers must have taken it from whoever recovered it off the ground.
It's a break for the Purple Dogs.
Yeah, not a lot of fight from the Rogers sideline about that.
No.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 36. 22-yard gain on the fumble. Throws left side. This is Charbonneau at the 45. Breaks a tackle at midfield. Charbonneau at the 40 of Rogers. At the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Falls forward inside the 10-yard line. And they'll mark him down at the 3. Luke Charbonneau. And there's a flag comes in at the end. They're going to mark him down at the 5, Blair. A flag came in at the end. Charbonneau, if the play stands as it is right now, would be a 59-yard reception to the Rogers 5. And we're waiting to see what the officials say.
It's got to be a late hit because he was down. The Rogers player just kind of thumped on him. Didn't just land on him. He was trying to tackle him, but he was already down. Or is this against Fayetteville? They're starting to back up.
It's a sideline interference against the Fayetteville bench.
Holy Toledo.
So we'll see where they mark it. That's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, Blair, so they're going to put it back to the 20-yard line. So it was a 59-yard reception for Luke Charbonneau, but the sideline infraction will move the ball back to the 20. It's still a 1st and 10 for the Purple Dogs inside the Rogers red zone.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
They move a man in motion on first down. Gibbs looking toward the end zone, and that pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. A couple of flags come in. I think this is either going to be a hold or a pass interference against the Mounties. He was looking for Luke Charbonneau, and Charbonneau got tied up about 5 yards downfield. I'll wait for the call, but I think this is it's a hold against Rogers. So we wait to see where they mark the ball. I think it should be at the 10, and this should be 1st and goal for the Purple Dogs. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Empty backs. They give it. This is this little push pass to Flanagan running right. It's got a blocker in front of him. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Connor Flanagan got a blocker out front. That was Bo Stuckey, and he goes in from 10 yards out. His 3rd touchdown of the night. And the Purple Dogs go ahead 34-14.
Luke now over 300 yards passing in the ball game. 310.
Hank.
Hank. Where did I get Luke?
Well, probably Luke Charbonneau had the long catch just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hank Gibbs.
And there's the chalk dust coming from the Fayetteville student section on the far side.
Huxley Richardson's on to attempt the extra point. Jordan is the holder. It's a high snap. Gets it down. It's a low kick, but it goes through. And with 7:27 to play third quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 35, Rogers 14. This is Purple Dog football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Harmon or on MLK at Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm,
We're back at Smith Stadium in Rogers, where with 7:27 to play in the third quarter, Fayetteville leads the Rogers Mounties 35-14 after a 10-yard touchdown pass from Hank Gibbs to Connor Flanagan.
4 plays, 86 yards on that drive, coming after the missed field goal of attempt from 52 yards out.
I'm not quite sure what that was, Blair.
It almost looked like
a punt off of a tee.
Yeah. Because it was totally aimed to the corner.
Connor Flanagan tonight, 3 touchdown catches. Playing back in Rogers, where he spent so much time growing up with his father. Sean was the head coach of the Mounties. Huxley Richardson will kick it off. That's going to go back into the end zone, I think. Yep, it is. It's in the end zone. That's a touchback. Ross wanted to run it out, but in high school football, once it crosses the goal line, you can't do that.
Well, I don't know if that would have been a good decision anyway. The Bulldogs were bearing down on him at the 15. The ref did him a favor by waving him off.
Connor Flanagan has a touchdown catch in each quarter so far tonight. Had a 19-yarder in the first quarter to give Fayetteville a 14-0 lead. Had an 11-yarder just before halftime to put the Purple Dogs up by 2 touchdowns. And then that 10-yarder just a minute ago on a little push pass from Hank Gibbs. Makes it 35-14 in favor of the Purple Dogs. Hunter Lloyd, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun, flanked by 2 backs. On first down, gives it to Zamaron. Waits for a block. It's out to the 25, the 30. Zamaron, this is a good run out across the 35 to the 39-yard line. He gets 19 yards on a play that was slow to materialize. Good patience that time by Zamaron. And one of the better offensive plays tonight for the Mounties.
That was good blocking by the Mounties. Meadows was right there ready to wrap him up, and the lineman came in and took him out, and that sprung him for another 10 yards.
Rogers with a 1st and 10 from its own 39, 7:08 to go third quarter. 3 receivers to the right side. That's the open side of the field. The run option left. Here's the pitch. Not much there, and he's knocked out at the 40-yard line. Good pursuit that time by the Purple Dogs. See Brooks Flanagan coming out of there. Melvin Kumwenda on the tackle too for Fayetteville. They actually gave him a pretty good spot up to the 41, so it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's a very good spot. I didn't think he got over the 40.
They come out with this 2-back set again. Lloyd with a back on either side. They give it to Zamaron. Another good push up front. He gets across the 45 out to the 46. 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for Rogers. The Mounties need to get to their 49 to move the chains.
Kind of a double pistol formation.
Yeah.
One takes off, the other one hesitates, and then usually gets the handoff, and that was Zamaron that time.
So 3rd and 3. They'll come out with this same look. 6:30 to go third quarter. 2 receivers right side for Lloyd, 1 to the left on the tight side of the field. That's going to be an offsides penalty against the Purple Dogs. Cameron Irvin jumped across the line of scrimmage before the snap, and that penalty will give Rogers a 1st down, and it'll also give the Mounties a visit into Fayetteville territory.
That's not what you wanted to do there, obviously, but the good news is that's Fayetteville's cut down on the turnovers and the penalties tonight, so Not happy about the penalty, but the number of them tonight has been less.
2 receivers right side on 1st and 10 from the Fayetteville 49. Lloyd moves a man in motion. They give it to Zamberon up the middle. Another big hole across the 45 to the 43-yard line. 6 yards on 1st down, and Sammy Zamberon continues to get a good head of steam. It's about every time he touches the ball, Blair.
Metters did a great job of wrapping him up there. He might have taken that for even more yardage than what he got. They're starting to clear a little lane in the defense. Defense needs to tighten up.
2nd and 4 for Fayetteville from the 43. Takes the snap. Zamberon hitting the backfield and taken down back at the 48-yard line. And on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs was Karsten Johnson. A loss of 4 yards, to the 47. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long for Rogers. They have to get to the Fayetteville 39 to move the chains.
Nicely done. Just what the doctor ordered right there.
Johnson got his hands on him and just kind of held on for dear life, was able to bring him down in the backfield. They'll go play action on 3rd down. The pass is caught out across the 45, but he's going to be taken down short of the chains. On the catch that time for the Mounties was Will Sims. Rode out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and so it'll bring up 4th and 1 for Rogers, and you almost got to believe they're going to go for it here.
He would have gotten the 1st down, but he ran into his blocker, and that cost him.
They actually moved that ball back and marked it at the 41, so it's 4th and 2. The Mounties have to get to the Fayetteville 39. Lloyd goes to the sideline, comes out, they huddle, and they'll break in this 2-back set. 2 receivers also to the right side, 1 to the left. Lloyd goes play action on 4th down, looking deep down the field. He's got his man at the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st down for Rogers. Really good play call that time for the Mounties as they get 11 on 4th and 2. On the reception was Daniel De Leon.
That was the best pass he's thrown all night.
Yeah, I think so. Rogers seems to really be finding an offensive rhythm here in this second half.
And you can't really key on one thing because they just got guys in motion going all sorts of different places.
4:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Fayetteville leads 35-14, but Rogers is driving. 3 receivers left side. Now they're bringing man in motion. They'll give it to him. This is Ross running left, and he's going to be hit back behind the line of scrimmage. Taken down back at the 31-yard line. Keandre Conley gets out of there. Also Tyler Barnes on the tackle for the Purple Dogs. They might have given him progress back to the line of scrimmage. But either way, it's 2nd and long for Rogers as the clock runs inside of 4:30 to play 3rd quarter.
There's that man Barnes again. He is all over the field tonight.
They've really been playing a great game for the Purple Dogs. Where's number 5? 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Lloyd gives it to Zamberon up the middle. Another big hole across the 30. It closed fast. A flag comes in, too. They'll mark him down at the 26, but we'll have to see what this flag is. The flag came in about a yard behind the play. Rogers players indicate that it's against Fayetteville. And you think that might be a face mask, Blair.
That will be a costly one there.
They haven't made the signal yet, but
Zamberon's a small guy, too. He gets lost in the
it is a face mask. It's a personal foul face mask. And so that's going to move Rogers almost inside the 10-yard line.
And it keeps Rogers hanging around.
The penalty yardage will move the ball up to the 12-yard line, so the Mounties have a 1st and 10 from there. They do not have to score. This isn't a goal-to-goal situation. They can get a 1st down by getting to the Fayetteville 2. Lloyd comes out in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. They go play action, throw left. That pass is caught by Ross at the 6-yard line as he was falling down. Coming in on the coverage for Fayetteville that time was Cornelius Williams. Williams tried to undercut the route, but
the ball
credit
was so
Lloyd
low.
and Ross for being on a good page right there.
Yeah, that pass was so low, there was no one else that was going to catch it.
2nd and 4 from the 6. Rogers again can get to the 2 and still get a 1st down. They come out with 3 receivers to the right. They've got a tight end lined up to the left. Lloyd takes the snap, rolls right, being pressured, and he's going to be taken down back at about the line of scrimmage. Several Purple Dogs get out of the pile. Elvin Kamwinda in there. Also in on the tackle for the Purple Dogs was Coleman Johnson. At the 6, no gain on the play, and it's 3rd down and 4 for Rogers.
Nice job by the defensive line to stay in their place, because that was a pretty good play design.
3rd and 3, excuse me. They can get to the 3 to get a first down. 2 running backs. Lloyd takes the snap. They give it up the middle, and Zamaron's not going to get the first down. Great push up front that time. Elvin Kamwinda in on the tackle for the Purple Dogs. Also in on the play that time looked like it was number 96, Darby Fields. And now it's 4th down for Fayetteville. A little bit of good sportsmanship shown there as Brooks Flanagan gets up and puts a shoulder pad in for a Rogers player.
You can bet he knows these guys well. Big 4th down. The Mounties are going to go for it, Matt.
They've got the ball at the 5, so it's 4th and 2. Rogers can get to the 3 and get a first down. 3 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Lloyd looking right all the way. Still looking. Throws. That pass is deflected. Was it caught?
Intercepted, I think.
No, I think it was caught, Blair.
Oh, it was. It was deflected.
It was caught off the deflection for a touchdown, Rogers.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. It was deflected in the air, and it just held up there and held up. And coming across was Logan Long to put his hands on it, caught it falling to the turf, and the Mounties with an acrobatic touchdown. They've got 2 of those tonight, and they're within 2 scores. An extra point is on the way, and it is good. And with 1:55 to play in the 3rd quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 35, Rogers 21. This is Purple Dog football.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs.
Back at Smith Stadium in Rogers, where with 1:55 to play in the 3rd quarter, our new score, Fayetteville leads Rogers 35-21. The Mounties score on a 4th and 3 pass, 5-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Lloyd to Logan Long. Lloyd threw it. It was deflected at the goal line, shot up high in the air, and Long did a great job of getting underneath it. This is almost an onside kick. Fayetteville watches it. Did the Purple Dogs come up with it? I think they did.
It's going to be close.
Called for a fair catch was Byron Marks.
I don't know the.
And Marks was able. He didn't catch it. It hit the turf, but Marks was able to pick it up off of one hop. And the Purple Dogs escape a dangerous situation there. They'll take over at their 34-yard line with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Man, that was a little too close for comfort there. The Mountie drive, by the way, was 13 plays, 80 yards. That is their longest drive of the night. Now the offense needs to counter.
1st and 10 from the 34. Gibbs comes out, a little bit of a tight look. 2 receivers, a running back, and a tight end all to his right side. He's going to throw left, though. The pass is caught. This is Charbonneau at the 40. Falls forward to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. And it's 2nd and 1 for the Purple Dogs.
Man, the Mounties are just daring them to pass. They're staying in man coverage. They're not really helping it, giving help from the other side. A lot of one-on-one coverage.
Inside of 1:30 to go 3rd quarter. They bring a man in motion, but they'll give it up the middle. A first down for Fayetteville as Jordan falls forward to the 45-yard line. 2 yards on 2nd and 1. Clock will stop while they move the chains with 1:19 to go in the quarter.
Of course, now that I say that, now they've got someone actually kind of playing free safety position. Normally everybody's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Gibbs looking deep down the field on first down, and that pass is incomplete. He overthrew his receiver. He was looking that time for the tight end, Zach Van Hook. First time we've seen Van Hook in the game, or first time we've seen him targeted in the game.
Yeah, 5 Bulldogs have caught passes tonight.
Fayetteville quickly back up to the line of scrimmage, especially for such a long pass. 3 receivers to the left side for Gibbs. They'll bring a man in motion. They go play action. Being pressured, gets away from the first wave, just kind of tosses it forward. This will still be a loss. Kind of a dangerous / brilliant play by Gibbs just to kind of toss it forward to Luke Charbonneau and be able to get a few yards back. It'll be a 2-yard loss back to the 43, and it's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that was pretty heads-up play. They sent the house, and Gibbs managed to avoid the blitz and saw Luke and kind of underhand shovel pass. If he could have broken a couple tackles, that would have been a huge play.
3rd and 12 from the Fayetteville 43. They've got to get to the Rogers 45 to pick up the chains. Gibbs looking left. Pump fakes, throws left side. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for Flanagan down the left sideline, and Blair, he had Luke Charbonneau running free across the middle. I think if he would have thrown that might have been a big 30-yard gain. But as it was, Flanagan couldn't pull it in. It's 4th down.
No question. I thought that's who he was throwing to originally because Luke had his man beat, but the pass was toward the sideline, and Flanagan just was kind of blanketed.
Huxley Richardson's the Fayetteville punter on. He's got his heels on the Fayetteville 28-yard line. Back deep for Rogers is Will Sims.
Good
and
punter.
number 21, Salvador. He called for a fair catch, and he took off running.
Yeah, he caught it at the 16 and tried to run with it, and there's...
That should be a penalty.
I thought I saw a flag, but maybe I didn't.
If you call a fair catch and take off running, that should be a penalty. There are no flags. They're going to bring the ball back to where he called for the fair catch. But Salvador Jacobo, took off running with it. So Rogers will take over. 16 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Mounties are at their 16-yard line. Fayetteville leads 35-21. Lloyd comes out in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right side. Gives it up the middle. A little bit of a pretty good run right here for Zemaron. 5 yards out to the 19. And that's probably going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It is. And we go to the 4th quarter with the Purple Dogs leading for the first time in a while. They've trailed going to the 4th quarter the last 2 weeks. This time Fayetteville's got a 14-point lead. 35-21 over Rogers. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs.
Electricity
Back
is a lot
at
of
Smith Stadium in Rogers as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. The Mounties facing a 2nd down and 7 from their own 19-yard line, trailing Fayetteville 35-21. Hunter Lloyd, the quarterback, coming out in the shotgun formation. He has 4 receivers to the right side. Lloyd being pressured, throws across the middle. He's got a man at the 25, the 30. Ball's loose. Football, and Fayetteville's going to fall on top of it at the 33. Let's see who came away with it for the Purple Dogs. I can't quite tell. It looked like it might have been Cornelius Williams. Yeah, Cornelius Williams came away from it for Fayetteville. Will Sims caught the ball, cut up field, ran for about 9 after the catch, and then he got it poked away from behind. And now Fayetteville's got the ball at the Rogers 33 with 11:51 to play.
Huge break for the Bulldogs. Now they can put this thing away, get this thing in the end zone.
2 receivers left side for Gibbs on 1st down. Montel Terry, the tailback. They give it to Terry up the middle. Across the 30, falls forward to the 28. 5 yards on 1st down. Good run for Terry. First time that he's really gotten significant playing time this season. Getting good playing time tonight because of the injury to Jacob Sherritts. Two receivers right side on 2nd and 5. Fayetteville quickly lines up. Gibbs takes the snap, throws left, pass caught. Charbonneau across the 25, breaks a tackle, and then he's going to be rode out of bounds at the 22-yard line. We didn't get a very good spot at all.
No, I thought he got to the 21.
They took him back to the 23.
Oh my goodness, that is.
And so
not good.
That is enough to move the chains. It was 2nd and 5. The 23 was the line of gain, but I thought they shorted him a yard or two
at least
after that catch. Gibbs, a little bit of a high snap, throws left on 1st down towards Charbonneau, incomplete. Charbonneau trying to make a basket catch over his shoulder and couldn't do it. It was about a couple of steps out in front of him, 2nd down.
He had his man beat. He was open. Gibbs laid it out there, but just a little too far.
2nd and 10 for the Purple Dogs. Clock stops, 11:18 to play. Hunter Lloyd, the quarterback, just came in as a defensive back. Gibbs rolls right on 2nd down, throws toward the end zone. That pass is incomplete. Connor Flanagan was the intended receiver up at the 2-yard line. And on the coverage that time for the Mounties was Kobe Bailey. And now it's 3rd and 10 for Fayetteville.
Been kind of a tough second half for Gibbs. 5 of 10 passing for 54 yards in the touchdown, but is not quite as accurate as he was in the first half. Just hasn't found that rhythm again in the second half.
3rd and 10. Gibbs is going to come out with 2 receivers to either side. The ball's on the left hash mark. Jordan, the tailback. Gibbs takes the snap. Throws across the middle. That pass is incomplete for Stuckey. A flag came in at the end. I think this is going to be an interference on Rogers. Gibbs was hit hard as he let that ball go on the blitz by Nathan Hahn. But I think this is going to be, he was looking for Stuckey. The blitz made him get rid of it early, and it's pass interference against the Mounties. And so that penalty yardage should put Fayetteville inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Hank's walking around a little bit. I mean, he's okay, but he's taking some pretty good shots now. He's going to be a little sore in the morning.
Yeah, he absolutely has.
But he's hanging in there.
This is a half the distance penalty, I believe, Blair. They're conferring about this. But I think it's a half the distance penalty, which should put the ball at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, looks like
maybe the 11.5.
Well, for a minute they looked like they were going to mark it at the 10. Now they put it down between the 12 and the 11. 1st and 10, Fayetteville can get a 1st down without scoring. On 1st down, they give it to Jordan up the middle, across the 10, falls forward to the 8. 2nd down, and a flag comes in at the very end as Cameron Irvin and a Rogers defender kind of got into it there at the end of it. Yeah. Irvin and Charlie Laurie was the defender for the Mounties. We'll see what the call is. There's some John going down on the field.
I saw Laurie on the ground, and I think this is going to be a penalty against the Purple Dogs.
Ooh, personal
foul. Yeah, it's a personal foul against Cameron Irvin. Irvin, a senior captain, he's had a couple of penalties tonight. Had the pre-snap penalty where he jumped on a 3rd and 3, and then that time the 15-yarder.
Just can't be doing that.
So the penalty yardage will move Fayetteville all the way back to the 24-yard line. And it is 2nd and 22 for the Purple Dogs as they come out in an empty back set. 3 receivers left. Now they bring Connor Flanagan in motion. Here's that little push pass. Flanagan running right across the 20. He's got Stuckey in front of him, and he can't get away from a couple of Rogers defenders up at the 18-yard line. He'll get 6 yards, a little bit of that penalty yardage back, but now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 for the Purple Dogs.
That block just couldn't get set, so Connor really had nowhere to go.
Fayetteville has to get to the Rogers 2.
Offense just hadn't got the rhythm.
A little bit out of sync in the second half. 2 receivers will come out to either side of Gibbs. Jordan, the tailback, will line up to his left on 3rd down. 10:15 to play. Fayetteville leads 35-21, looking for more. Gibbs brings a man in motion. That's Flanagan to his right side. Gibbs takes the snap, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout by Billy Dawson and the Purple Dog coaching staff. We'll take it with them. 10:05 to play. Fayetteville leads 35-21. This is Purple Dog football.
Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on York College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
10:05 to play, fourth quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 35-21. The Purple Dogs looking for more, but they have to convert a 3rd and 16 from the Rogers 18-yard line once we come back from this timeout. That was the first timeout taken by either team tonight or in the second half.
Yep. And that was the longest timeout of the ball game too. Normally we're taking the full 60 there. Milking this one for all it's worth.
On 3rd down, they'll bring Augie Braddock in motion to the right side to put 3 receivers there. Gibbs takes the snap, looks across the middle. That pass is incomplete. Connor Flanagan looking for a flag. He got caught up with a couple of Rogers defenders, and the ball sailed past him in the end zone. It's 4th down, and they'll have to bring Huxley Richardson on for a long field goal attempt.
He was triple teamed that time. There was nothing open there. He had some other guys that might have been open, but Flanagan was the target there.
Well, Richardson missed one earlier in the game, a 20-yarder off the left hash mark. This one's on the right hash mark, so a little bit better of an angle, plus it's from 35 yards away. Jordan will hold. Here's the snap. The ball's down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 35-yard field goal for Huxley Richardson gives Fayetteville a 38-21 lead with 9:56 to play. Be back after these messages. This is Purple Dog Football. .9:56 to play, fourth quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 38-21 after a 35-yard field goal attempt by Huxley Richardson.
The field goal longer than the drive. 9 plays, 15 yards after the fumble.
Of course, the big personal foul played a role in that.
Yes. But now it is a 3-score game.
Still anybody's game, but the Purple Dogs have got to feel good with the way their defense is playing.
Time is on their side with under 10 minutes to go. But that doesn't mean you can let off the gas pedal. You got to bear down and finish.
Here's Huxley Richardson's kick. It's a high kick, and it's returnable from the 1-yard line. Ross coming back out across the 10, running right across the 15, and he's going to be taken down at the 19-yard line. Cornelius Williams on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs.
Good tackle by
He returned it. They'll mark him at the 20, Blair, so he returned it 19 yards, but he probably ran about 40 from the point that he caught the ball.
And Williams just wrapped him up. That was a great special teams tackle in open field, one-on-one. Easy to get beat on that one.
So Rogers will take over from its 20, 9:49 to play. The Purple Dogs ahead 38-21. Hunter Lloyd comes out with 3 receivers to his left side on 1st and 10. The snap. Looking left all the way, being pressured, throws across the middle. It's intercepted by the Purple Dogs. Sebastian Rodriguez going down to a knee to pick it off at the 29-yard line. And credit that time, Blair Coleman Johnson coming through on the rush caused Lloyd to throw it kind of quick, and Rodriguez was able to jump the route.
He has played outstanding in the last 2 ball games.
And Sebastian Rodriguez gets his interception after he had one taken away on the final play of the first half. Rodriguez had an interception on the final play of the first half, but they said he stepped out of bounds when in reality, it looked like he got not only one, but probably both feet down. 9:43 to play. The Purple Dogs trying to capitalize on another turnover from the Rogers 29. Hank Gibbs takes the snap. It's a reverse. It's a flea flicker. Back to Gibbs, throwing left side for Charbonneau, and that's incomplete. He was actually throwing right toward Charbonneau down at the 2-yard line. Blair, that's the same play that Rogers ran earlier in the game. Fayetteville handed it off to the back, who reversed it to Flanagan, who flipped it back to Gibbs. We've seen both teams run a reverse flea flicker in this game.
I just saw a score. Southside beat Cabot, so again, the number 300 denied for the 3rd week in a row.
Elusive for Mike Malum.
Lost on that last-second pass last week.
Wow.
With 10 seconds left.
2nd and 10 for Gibbs and the Fayetteville offense. 3 receivers to the left side. Fayetteville needs to the 19 for a first down. Gibbs being pressured, throws right. That pass is just out there for nobody.
Man, he took another big hit, too.
And he's kind of slow getting up off the ground. It was intended for Connor Flanagan, but it was probably 5 yards over his head. And now it's 3rd and 10 for the Purple Dogs.
A little surprised they're still continuing to blitz as hard as they are.
Gibbs just has not looked comfortable in the second half.
He's not been the same since halftime. Got out of his rhythm.
3rd and 10, 2 receivers to either side. Being blitzed again, throws. This is Stuckey at the 25, Stuckey at the 20, at the 10, touchdown Fayetteville. Bo Stuckey goes in from 29 yards out on a little tunnel screen to the right, and the Purple Dogs go ahead now 44-21.
Took advantage of Rogers bringing the house up the middle and gave it to Stuckey, and it looked like it really wasn't going to develop into much, and then suddenly Bo just went north.
He hit the Jets.
And yeah, he was gone before anybody knew what happened.
That's Bo Stuckey's 2nd touchdown catch tonight. He also had a 64-yarder, part of a first quarter in which he had over 100 receiving yards. Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point. Jordan will hold. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. And so with 9:23 to play in the 4th quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 45, Rogers 21. This is Purple Dog football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK at Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law.
Back at Smith Stadium in Rogers, 9:23 to play 4th quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers High School 45-21. Latest score coming off a 29-yard touchdown pass from Hank Gibbs to Bo Stuckey after Sebastian Rodriguez set it up with an interception at the Rogers 29. That's the 5th touchdown pass tonight for Gibbs.
And he is just shy, unofficially, of 350 yards, 349.
Excuse me, that was his 6th touchdown pass. 6 touchdown passes tonight for Hank Gibbs.
And 1 pick. 26 of 48 for 349.
2 of those touchdowns were to Bo Stuckey. 3 of them have been to Connor Flanagan. Huxley Richardson kicks this one off. It's a spirally kick, and it's going to be fielded in the end zone. It's an automatic touchback. Rogers will start at its 20 with 9:23 to play. Touchdown passes tonight for Hank Gibbs, 64-yarder to Bo Stuckey in the first quarter. He had a 19-yarder to Connor Flanagan in the second quarter. 20-yarder to Augie Braddock in the second quarter, an 11-yarder to Connor Flanagan in the second, 10-yarder to Flanagan in the third, and then just threw that 29-yarder to Bo Stuckey. Rogers, 1st and 10 from its 20, 2 receivers to the right side, and they will give it to Zamaron running left on first down, falls across the 20 out toward the 24-yard line. He continues to get really positive yardage every time they give it to him, it seems like. 4 yards, 2nd and 6 as we near 9 minutes to play.
He's a small guy, so he gets lost in all the traffic and suddenly emerges. He's not an easy guy to bring down either.
2 receivers to the right. They still have this 2-back look. Lloyd looks left, throws. That pass is incomplete as the receiver fell down. Cornelius Williams in on the coverage for the Purple Dogs. It looked like he was looking for Ross out there on the left side. And now it's 3rd down and 6 for the Mounties as the clock stops with 8:44 to play.
You always give a little pause when you see a receiver go down like that because you're afraid a flag might become flying in after that.
They come out with this same look. 2 backs, 2 receivers right side. Shotgun formation. Lloyd gives it to Zamaron, running left, and he's hitting the hole and taken down at the 25-yard line. Really good defense that time by the Fayetteville front. Karsten Johnson was the first to get to him. Pickup of a yard, and now it's 4th and 5, and the Rogers punt team comes on.
Good defensive series there, forcing the Mounties into a 3-and-out.
A little surprised here to see a couple of Fayetteville starters in as they're getting ready to return this punt. Bo Stuckey and Connor Flanagan standing back inside the Fayetteville 45. And the Rogers punter is Logan Watkins. He's got his heels on the Mounties' 11-yard line. Watkins takes the snap. Gets a spirally kick. It's going to be fielded by Stuckey at the 38 of Fayetteville. Runs left, now cuts back to his right at the 40. Makes a man miss at the 45. Gets across midfield and is hit out of bounds at the 48 of Rogers. So not a bad return that time for Stuckey. They're actually going to mark him out at the 50, Blair. So 12 on the return, and Fayetteville will start at midfield with 7:47 to play.
Yeah, and we'll see if they just try to establish maybe a little running game here and eat some clock.
They've got Hank Gibbs back out there. Standing next to him is the running back, Terry. Terry takes it on 1st down, runs left across the 45, almost broke free, but he's taken down at the 41. He hit the hole hard, and he was about 1 man away from breaking that for possibly a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like he was, he had the 1 man to beat, and it looked like for a minute he was going to beat him.
2nd and 1. They'll give it to Terry again. Runs left side. He's got another hole at the 35, down to the 32-yard line. And Martell Terry with back-to-back runs of 9 yards, and Fayetteville showing a little bit of tempo here as the clock stops with 7:22 while they move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait on the chain gang. And Rogers is going to burn a timeout.
Yeah, Rogers takes a timeout. 7:20 to play. Fayetteville leads the Mounties 45-21. This is Purple Dog football.
Electricity is a lot of
Hey,
things
Blair,
to a
that
lot of
touchdown-
people. And although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
7:20 to play, 4th quarter. Fayetteville leads Rogers 45-21.
13.
Purple Dogs facing a 1st and 10 from the Rogers 32-yard line. After a couple of good runs by Martell Terry. And they'll give it to Terry again on 1st down. Spins at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, and falls forward inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Terry really...
Great effort.
Yeah, showing some good runs here late for the Purple Dogs. Now they make a quick change in the backfield. Jordan comes in as the tailback.
Give Terry a well-earned rest.
On 1st down, they throw right side. That pass is incomplete as Hank Gibbs was looking right side for Jaden Brockington. Threw it a little high off Brockington's hands. A Rogers defender tried to undercut him, and had Brockington been able to pull that down, he would have scored.
Rather easily.
3rd and 6 from the 28. Gibbs, 3 receivers left side. Takes the snap. They'll give it to Jordan. Running left side. Breaks a tackle. Falls forward to the 25. And he's going to be 3 yards shy of the 1st down. And we'll see what the Purple Dogs decide to do here as the clock runs inside of 6:45 to play. Of course, if Fayetteville can score a touchdown here, Blair, it would put the mercy rule into effect.
Yeah, they're going for it.
4th and 3, Rogers jumps across, and that's going to be an offsides on the Mounties, and that'll give the Purple Dogs the 1st down.
Just how they drew it up. 5-yard penalty. Puts it at the 20.
These Fayetteville quarterbacks have been pretty good on their hard snaps this season. That time Gibbs used one and got Rogers to jump across. 1st and 10 from the 20. Jordan running right side. Powers his legs forward up to cross the 13 toward the 12. He gets 8, and it'll bring up 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run, 6:11 to play.
You probably want to score, too, just from the aspect of playoff implications and the point standings and all
Fayetteville
that.
not taking any time. They give it to Jordan again. Up the middle. He's got a 1st down across the 10. They'll mark him down at the 8. He gets 4 yards on 2nd and 2. And it's 1st and goal now for Fayetteville as the clock runs inside of 5:50 to play.
And now they make a substitution. Otherwise, they had to get somebody off. They had too many men on the field.
It's Terry, the running back, makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for about a yard to the 7. 2nd and goal. These Fayetteville coaches over here are worked up on our left side, Blair. They want this touchdown.
They're still working it.
Terry, the running back, to the left side of Gibbs. They're on the left hash mark. They give us to Terry. Runs up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, falls forward with a couple of defenders toward the 3-yard line. They'll mark him down between the 4 and the 3, and it'll be up 3rd and goal from there. Clock runs 5:02. Fayetteville leads 45-21, trying to add to the lead.
The only thing slowing it down is Rogers making substitutions. Fayetteville's ready to go.
On 3rd down, Gibbs throws to the end zone, and he just overthrew his man. Oh, he had his man wide open in the end zone. That was Van Hook. And Gibbs just threw it way too high. And it's 4th and goal. The clock stopped on the incompletion with 4:50 to play. And Billy Dawson and his staff look like they want to go for this. They want to get out of here.
Yeah.
The game is in hand. If Fayetteville can score a touchdown here, the clock would begin to run for the rest of the game, and there's only 4:50 to go. On 4th and goal, Rogers jumps across the line of scrimmage.
Set of downs.
And that will move the ball up to about the 1.5-yard line.
And a new set of downs.
No, it's still 4th down.
Is it still 4th?
Yeah, it's still 4th down.
Okay.
It's still 4th and goal.
Oh, that's right, because it didn't give them the
4th and goal from the 1. They give it to Terry, runs up the middle, and he was stopped at the 1. Well, Fayetteville couldn't get it into the end zone. As Terry tried to run it up the middle, he got tripped up. Looked like the first one there for the Mounties was Mason Sell. And so Rogers will take over at its 1-yard line with 4:40 to play.
It'll be interesting to see how Rogers approaches this.
Fayetteville was trying to punch it in on 4th and goal from the 1. The touchdown would have enacted the running clock. But as it is, the Mountie offense will take over from its 1, trailing 45-21. Fayetteville's going to get out of here with a win tonight, Blair.
And they're going to play some guys that normally don't play right now on defense are out there getting some playing time, which is good to see.
Still a lot of starters in the secondary, though. See Jay Beasley, Rodriguez, Williams on 1st down. They run it. Did he get out of the end zone? He did.
Barely.
He was hit in the end zone, and then he was able to fall forward for a couple of yards. That was Zamaron on the carry for the Mounties, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Clock runs 4:23 to play 4th quarter. Fayetteville leads 45-21.
Meadows and Terry still out there at the linebacker positions.
Rogers breaks the huddle with 2 receivers right side. They've also got the 2 back set. Lloyd looking left on 2nd down, going deep down the field. That pass is incomplete. He had a receiver between 2 Fayetteville defenders, but Mason Ross couldn't pull it in front of the Fayetteville bench.
Pretty good coverage.
Clock stops on the incompletion, 3:59 to play, 3rd and 8 for the Mounties. Rogers has to get out to the 11-yard line to move the chains.
I think that was Carrington Taylor on the coverage. A nice job of utilizing that sideline as an extra defender.
Jay Beasley, the safety, also over there for the Purple Dogs. Two receivers to the right on third down. They're going to give it to Zimmerman up the middle. He's got a big hole at the 10. He's at the 20. He might take this to distance at the 40. Midfield, Zimmerman at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Rogers, 97 yards for Sammy Zimmerman. Wow. Blairy's come close to breaking a few tonight, and that time, with them backed up at the goal line, he was able to break it for 97 yards.
You don't see a 97-yard touchdown very often.
And they gave it to him in the end zone. Out of the shotgun formation, he ran over 100 yards for that score.
And now they've got to get some people on so they can attempt the PAT.
97-yard touchdown run by Sammy Zimmerman. Mounties' extra point is on the way, and it is good. And so with 3:46 to play, Fayetteville still leads comfortably, but not as comfortably. Our new score, Purple Dogs 45, Rogers 28. This is Fayetteville High School football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Back at Smith Stadium in Rogers, the Rogers Mounties go 99 yards in 3 plays, but really it was one run that did the trick. 97-yard touchdown run by Sammy Zimmerman, right up the middle, untouched. And the Mounties are back within 17. It'll be interesting to see, Blair, what they do here on this kickoff. Rogers still has a couple of timeouts left, and they're within 17 points. See what Johnny Vasquez does here. Fayetteville anticipating the onside kick. It's a deep kick, though. And that'll go into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. And you would have to think now you're going to see the Fayetteville regular skill players back on the field.
Yeah.
With the Purple Dogs only up by 17.
Well, and that's not how you want your last memory of this ball game to be, is a guy going 97 yards to the house.
And so Fayetteville comes out with 3:45 to play. The Purple Dogs will start at their own 20-yard line. And Fayetteville doesn't bring their main skill players back out. We see Bo Stuckey and Connor Flanagan. And that bunch still over on the sideline for the Purple Dogs. Billy Dawson must feel good about where his team is. On first down, they give us to Jordan. Jumps over the line of scrimmage and goes forward for 6 yards out to the 26. 2nd and 4 after that 6-yard run.
Northside has defeated Central 35-7. Bentonville beat Van Buren 44-0. Harbor leads Heritage 31-16, and West is leading Springdale 35-16.
Van Buren comes to Harmon Field next week for the Purple Dogs homecoming. 2 receivers right side for Gibbs on 2nd and 4. Jordan is the tailback to his left. They give it to Jordan. Running right side. He's got a big hole at the 30. Jordan at the 40. Breaks a tackle. 45. Jordan at midfield. And then just gives himself up as he falls to the 46 of Rogers.
Kind of ran out of gas, didn't he?
It did. Good run, though, that time by Jordan. 28 yards out to the Mounties 46. And the clock will stop while they move the chains with 2:58 to play.
And he'll get a well-earned rest on the sideline.
And they get him out of the game. You don't want to see him get hurt the same way Darius Bowers got hurt a couple of weeks ago out at Bryant.
So that means Mr. Terry's going to get a big...
Yeah, Martell Terry's looked pretty good for the Purple Dogs.
Big dose of carries right here.
Fayetteville running this snap clock down inside of 5 before they take the snap. And then they finally do. Terry takes it on first down. Runs right, breaks some tackles at the 40, stiff arms a man at the 35, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 12 yards for Terry, and he and Jordan continue to give Fayetteville a pretty good 1-2 punch out of the backfield.
That was a really nice run. Went to the right side, kind of hesitated, let the hole open up a little further, and then darted through and ran over a couple people.
2:27 to play. Big plane going into X&A, flying right over the top of the stadium. Fayetteville up 45-28. Running the snap clock again inside of 10 seconds. Purple Dogs just a couple of minutes away from winning their first 7A West game. They give it to Terry on first down. Runs left. Stiff arms a man, but then he can't get away. He was taken down back at the 38-yard line. He got away at first from Mason Sell, but then Sell got the better of the battle as he pulled him down 4 yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to make a little Sports Center highlight.
Yeah,
Ran him over.
Yeah.
So we saw that the other night on Monday Night Football, wasn't it? The stiff arm Sunday from the Steeler.
Fayetteville High School coaches over here to our left, standing up, gathering up their stuff.
Smiles on their faces.
Getting close to getting their first conference win of the year, 4th win overall. 1:25 to go. Gibbs, again, just running this down inside of 5 seconds each time that he can. Takes the snap. They're going to give it to Jordan, running right across the 40. Jordan at the 30. Jordan breaks a tackle. The 25, the 20. Jordan at the 15, the 10. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds. First and goal upcoming for the Purple Dogs at the 10-yard line. Jordan gets 28 on the run. That's back-to-back runs of 28 yards for Jordan.
Impressive. And the rushing yards starting to pile up for the Bulldogs. Now at 1:55 for the ball game.
Clock stopped because he ran out of bounds. 1:07 to play. It'll be interesting to see what Billy Dawson decides to do right here. Does he try to get it in the end zone, or does he just take a couple of needs?
Yeah, it's victory formation time if he wants it.
I don't think they're in the victory formation, Blair. On first down, they give it to Jordan, running left side at the 10. Jordan at the 5, goes upfield to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the run that time by Jordan. And is Billy Dawson going to try to get a touchdown here before the end?
I think so. And it all comes back to that point system they have. You know, if there's for tiebreaker purposes, it's kind of a shame, but that's true. You really have to kind of do it because
in Fayetteville, a little bit behind the 8 ball because of the loss last week.
And you
36 seconds,
to get that
35 seconds. Jordan, the tailback, to the left of Gibbs, takes the snap on second down, touchdown Fayetteville as he runs up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown run with 27 seconds remaining. And the Purple Dogs now go ahead by 23.
Well, and you knew who was getting the ball. You know what they were going to run. So it's that double-edged sword. Do you do it or not do it? But the defenses knew what was coming, and they couldn't stop it. And just looking at the numbers rushing, Jordan 112 yards on 14 carries. Terry with 9 for 40.
Really good drive that time by Jordan. 2 runs of 28 yards, also had an 8-yarder and the 2-yard touchdown run.
And that was an 80-yard drive on 7 plays.
The extra point is on the way and good. Huxley Richardson with his 7th extra point of the night. And our new score with 27 seconds to play. Fayetteville 52, Rogers 28. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted Best Oil and Lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted Best of the Best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom.
27 seconds to play at Smith Stadium in Rogers. Fayetteville leads Rogers 52-28 after a 2-yard touchdown run by Karsten Jordan. And the Purple Dogs are just one play away, maybe a couple of plays away, from winning their first 7A West game, their 4th game of the season. They'll move to 4-1 overall. Rogers High School will fall to 1-3 and 0-2 in 7A West play.
And a disappointing homecoming for the Mounties.
Huxley Richardson with just a sky kick, going to be taken at the 10. This is Ross running back to his right side at the 15. Ross at the 20, and then he falls forward to the 24-yard line. Ross looks like he's got some big play capability, and he had a couple of instances tonight where he could have gotten behind the Fayetteville defense. He just couldn't hold on to the ball.
And he's a junior. A lot of these guys are going to be back.
A lot of them are juniors,
junior-heavy
yeah.
team. So
Yeah, Rogers is one of those teams, I think, in 2019 that you look at and say they could be one of those that kind of slips up on you and maybe
through.
finishes in the first half of the conference, top half. 20 seconds to play. Rogers has brought in some backups here. They'll get a chance to play on homecoming.
New quarterback, too.
Quarterback is Chris Francisco, a sophomore. And he gives it running left side to the 20, the 25, out to the 27-yard line on the run that time for the Purple Dogs was for the Mounties was Casey Allred.
And that should do it.
5 on the clock, 4 on the clock, and the Rogers players are walking out to midfield. And coaches will shake hands out at midfield too. And the horn sounds. Our final score tonight at Smith Stadium, Fayetteville 52, Rogers 28. We will come back after this, wrap it up, give a game recap, and look ahead to Van Buren next week. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.